What up, y'all? You know who it is. Your boy Jaded Kiss, you know what I mean? Right now with Chris John. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, all my niggas out there. Let's get right into it. Yeah!
BTBTV. Chris John, man. Yo, born, let's get him, man. Yeah, right, never off plan. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4 or 5 or a black 9 with a grand in my pocket and beef cool as a fan. BTBTV, we are not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, that's what y'all saying. We Kanye. This a boss talk, so you clowns should just fly away. Hop on the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. It's not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay on chill, long as y'all don't violate, but it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better beware, cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. But we the best, I swear. We the best out here in the mix. A project politics, my mood concept. Name well known from the hood to the sticks. 100 on the highway, flying so fast, burn the gears when I shift. Some people kick dirt on your name, what shoes you gave them. Broke your back for them and they got the nerve to play you. Kick raps door off, push to shove my way through. Bum rush the kitchen, put my floor up on the menu. The jealousy be hitting up in jokes. That's why I stay serious like David Banner turned in the Hulk in pure form like a pope. Haters get infrared beams with the scope, so run and get ghosts. We fight good, boxed in like Floyd on the ropes. I'm the great black hope. Man, we the team and they know it coast to coast and it just ain't fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better beware, cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. We the best, if you with us, put your lighters in the air. No, it just ain't fair. BTBTV. Just ain't fair, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Born. Show them how we do this, man. BTBTV.
We bully the bullies.
No run, no retreat. Yeah. BTBTV. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Right. Yo, John Flow, Rap Pablo, Escobar status, Rap Game, Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I got a rose. I wake up every day mission, it's $1 million notes. Dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like holocaust. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have. Got that and then some, and then some. My ones on overload, say I overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke, we don't go for that. Another tale from the street, that hard flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black.
Yo. Then first off, I'm welcome my guest, the Mac Middle Show's in the building. Yo.
Salute my brother.
Peace. Yo, first of all, peace to the 5% nation of God's enough. Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah, rahman to Allah, to all the true Muslim brothers and sisters out there. This is the King of New Jersey. This is BTBTV, where we bully the bully. I'm your honorable host, born divine almighty Allah. And word is mine, man. This challenge, like I said, first of all, we ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. BTBTV that started its own game. Like, nigga, what? Yo, this challenge to bully the bullies. That's why I made this channel so we could bully all these bullies out here. And we got 2 bullies on a plate this afternoon for dinner, for breakfast, dinner, and lunch, whatever you want to call it. Might be brunch to some people. But we got the plate up there, man. We got a plate. We got a plate on these niggas, man. So let's get that plate set. And I want y'all to hear some things, man. But first of all, Wack 100 and Luce Cannon, y'all both bozos, man. Well, I say bozos, I mean 100% bozos. I don't know how y'all in no type of gang and y'all suckers like that, bro. Y'all saying, first I want you to hear what Wack 100 said about dude not fighting back. That right there. Yeah. That right there, man. Is this the one?
That's why I stay 50 feet clear from lanes and squares like Wack 100 and Luce in the booty cannon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Luce, definitely Luce in the booty. Oh, when he get beat up, I didn't see that. I know he beat this old man up. Well, Luce Cannon did. Let me see.
You're putting out thing like Wack got beat up, but it wasn't Wack that got beat up. Another cat.
Here we go right here.
I came with a preacher.
Yeah, here we go. Yo, this is my man right here. Y'all gotta definitely shout out his channel, man. Definitely shout out his channel, Getty Radio Show, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe to Getty Radio. We about to get it popping real quick, man, for ourselves. Let y'all hear what this lame Wack had to say.
Listen to this. Back at you with another video. I want to give a double salute to all of my supporters and anyone watching this
video see right now, bro.
And if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and join the Getty Gang. Why don't you? Let's get to the content. Okay, man. YouTube, the internet, and everything is still in a frenzy behind the infamous video of Luce Cannon and his team packing out a dude by the name of J. Reed, right? So, Wack 100 is in a conversation, man, with the Richmond J. Reed about the very situation, man. And they're talking about the tape. They're talking about how it leaked. And Wack 100 provides some details on what Luce Cannon and J. Reed was speaking on before he fired on him. And he simply says, everybody ain't playing. It is interesting. I'm going to let y'all get to it. Shout out to Wack 100. Shout out to 100 ENT. This is Getty Radio. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll try to see what Wack had to say. And then we're going to get real in depth in this shit.
Hey, Wack,
hey, bro, this is for entertainment purposes only. Educational purposes.
Unless you on some bullshit to be going playing like that, bro. Like, niggas ain't playing, bro. It's serious out here, bro. Niggas is dying for nothing, my nigga. Niggas a task, whether you in your car, niggas getting off of the freeway, niggas blocking niggas in drive-thrus, man. Niggas ain't playing, but this is the internet. Got these niggas, man, who don't come from this shit, thinking this shit be a game, my nigga. Niggas is not playing, bro. Hey, earlier that day, Chuck, in the barbershop, it was a situation, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga walk in, hoodied up, hands in his pocket. I can give you the phone to my barber right now.
Earlier that day at a barbershop.
At about 3:30. For about 3:30, my nigga, I'm getting my hair cut en route. I'm coming from Vegas. I stop at another spot to get trimmed up. Nigga walk in, hoodie on, hands in his pocket. I get a nigga 2-second count, my nigga, and it's live. Yeah, they like, hold on, Wack. I said, hold on, my nigga. They like, Russell, bro, let me see your hands, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he talking about, oh, I saw it was Wack 100. Like, nigga, stop playing. Niggas ain't playing, my nigga.
Like I said, I seen Adam, he spoke on it. You know, so that's what that live was about. You know, so Adam 22 responds to Wack 100 and Luce Cannon.
Oh, there goes the thing. Right. Once again, if it would have been Remo walking out or whoever walking out and we saw somebody was a threat to somebody or tripping, we're going to system, bro. You know, I keep telling niggas like stop playing with niggas, bro. Like everybody ain't playing, my nigga. Like it ain't worth it.
Hey, Wack, I got a question for you, brother.
Yeah.
You're right. Everybody ain't playing, and you know this internet can get people fucked up. Obviously, you know them two dudes got beat on camera like that. But you know, just on some real shit, do you feel like that was smart to, you know what I'm saying, have that on videotape?
Hey, bro, listen to me. Hey, I don't know where you from, bro.
His energy is completely
I don't know
different.
where you from.
My
Let me
energy not
explain.
different.
Let me explain something to you, bro.
Yeah, it is.
When the nigga walk out of it, hey, listen. When the nigga again, right? Again, bro, is cameras everywhere you go in the world we live in today. I hope you know that.
Yeah, but I'm saying
ain't
like
too
there's
many
cameras
times.
on the buildings, but I'm
Bro,
saying people got
listen.
handheld cameras in their phones.
Buildings, you got the buildings, you got across the street, it's a tow yard, right? Bro, are you not hearing me? It's 9 niggas that I didn't froze on the wall. Everybody freeze. What's happening out here? What's
to
up,
the God. See you in the building, Lord.
What's up?
Peace and
Everybody free.
This nigga, okay, what's up, bro? Everything all right? Man, you know everything ain't content. Okay, well, what are you talking about, bro? That white boy in there, you know, he be talking fag shit and he's a coachable. Okay, bro, are you up here? I'm trying to understand. Luce like, bro, you don't tell me whoop to whoop. At this point in time, I'm going to step back. Once upon a time, I used to be loose and I was Suge standing there. I done been there and done that cha-cha. At this point in time, okay, my nigga, if that's what you own, that's what you own. You and that man deal with it. Niggas is not sitting back calculating. Niggas calculating life. Niggas ain't calculating the camera. Nigga, listen. But see, a nigga like you make me feel like you ain't from the streets. Nigga, I can be in church, nigga.
Yo, first of all, let's keep it real, man. We all seen that video. We all know that man was not aggressive. That man came in peace. He thought it was a business deal about to happen. This man came in peace.
Why are they so shook by two small dudes coming to no jumper, man?
Man.
They're kicking big shit. You know what I'm saying? And they
get
caught up. They don't know what to do. Now he's playing damage control. That's goofy, nigga.
That's goofy. Because now he's talking about self-defense. He's trying to make it sound like self-defense. But nah, it wasn't. But I want y'all to see this video real quick right here, man. This is something that y'all gonna like, man, because this is Wack 100 response, Adam 22. Use fair use. This is it's time for that culture for the streets. So let's get into what they had to say, man, because this is bananas.
But Adam, let's get this understood, right? Didn't Spotty Face and 4 extras come up there looking for polka butts? Oh. But since he was a mark, a sweetie pie, a sugar plum, a soft squeezed fountain drink, melted ice cubes, lily flowers, cottage cheese, a boiled hot dog, soft. A boiled egg, soft. Sweetie pie, you was not like that. But now let's dissect everything. When he fights back. Sweetie, sugar, what you want me to do? If you see, it's like.
Now I want to ask y'all a question. How can a man fight back when he didn't know what's coming? You stole him from the side. So you know what we're gonna do? People that didn't see the fight, we're gonna let y'all see that fight again real quick. Y'all tell me if old boy had a chance.
Yep. It was like 15 against 2. Like 10 against 2.
Yep.
So even if you snuffed him from the side, y'all still jumped him. And pulled out the strap. No, two
Here
niggas
we
that
go,
ain't
right?
got no strap on them. So y'all niggas are scared. And then your boy Wack made a call to dispatch, and then you know, man. It don't make no sense how y'all let these niggas put that shit online, acting like that's some gangster shit.
Off YouTube. Good evening. I am Benjamin Trappington.
Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Right about here. Yeah. Now look at they talk. Look at them talking. Got the gun on him. Got the gun on him. All right, sir. Now y'all see that? Y'all see that sucker move, right? Yeah. They was talking. Old boy stole them from the side while they was talking, looking in the phone, working out a deal. This man's not lying. Yo, my little bro Chris John in the building. Peace to the Prince of New Jersey, BTBTV. Chris John, the hottest artist in New Jersey. Monique Hill salutes us. But yo, that was the biggest sucker move I see. Y'all keep watching. I want y'all to see this, man. So y'all won't think that I'm just on Wack and Luce Cannon for nothing.
Let me go. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. Go sleep, nigga. Go sleep, nigga. Go sleep, nigga.
Nigga can't even throw punches properly.
Nigga.
Go sleep, nigga. Shut the fuck up, your bitch ass. Niggas have to do all that. People that came in peace.
Yeah, bro. Yo, Black Atlantic, that's a fact, bro. That shit definitely boil my blood, bro. Oppressors, man. Straight cowards, straight chumps, straight suckers. You dig what I'm saying? They want to do that.
Bullies around here, though. Me and Kid versus Luce Cannon and Wack.
Yo,
up, nigga.
Hood Horror, salute, my boy. Peace. Triple Old Skrilla, peace to the God. Salute, bro. Appreciate you being here, man. Y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that share button, y'all hit that subscribe button, because today we going in, man. Again, on Wack 100 Luce Cannon. Like I said earlier, man. Yo, anybody could beat up or sneak a 5'7", 160-pound man, or 2 5'7", 160-pound older gentleman. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everybody talk about this man crying. Oh, Wack 100 goes, oh, this man crying. This man crying. Why he didn't fight back? How was he gonna fight back once he got stole on? His boy got stole on, and then they got jumped by 15 dudes. And then Wack talking about, or that wasn't us recording it. That was from the builders, man. How many people did you see recording that when it was going on, bro?
You know? And you ain't even gangster enough to tell these niggas, don't put that shit out, you know? It might fuck up my brand or what I got going on, you know?
Yeah, yo, man.
That's how you know these niggas are goofies, dog.
Faction London, Yolanda Anderson, and my boy Ski, salute, Stony Ski. You're 100% right, man. That's real sucker stuff, man. And us as black men, us as black kings, us as black gods, us as the true living, we got to start dealing with stuff like this on our own. Because if the law's not going to get involved, who else going to help the weak? Who else going to help the weak, man?
Exactly. That's why we bully.
That's why we bully bullies. Fact. Ain't be like thinking like Mac Mizzle. You know how we do.
Yep.
That's why we bully the bullies, man. Because somebody got to get some understanding. And the way we're going to get these dudes some understanding is every time they put out something or every time they try to do something, we blackball them. We don't give them a lane.
Exactly.
We don't give people like this a lane to do the things that they're doing. Because once we start doing that, you know what happens? We become the oppressors.
Exactly. They don't know the difference, you know?
We become the oppressors. But yo, I'm gonna tell you something. Luce Cannon is going to jail. So let me show you again. Look at the gun. He got the gun to his man head. Why not gonna fight back? He got a gun to his head. Look at this shit. Let's go back.
Why record it? Because they want to act like Luce Cannon is somebody he's really not.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Pull the gun out. They stripped and robbed these men. They stripped these men. Put a gun on them, stripped these men, robbed these men, beat these men, pistol whipped them. Come on, man. Where we do that at?
And he couldn't have done it without the gun. So that's how you know this nigga can't fight. This nigga's softer than fried ice cream now. What is he
man?
doing?
Yeah, bare feet beat that with a gun out. Dude probably thought he was on the way to the upper room. I thought some laws was universal. Don't pull out the piece unless it's about to go off. For real.
Right.
That's 100% right. On camera.
Pulling out the piece and then Wack 100 say he told him niggas free? Like he the police?
Yo, Sky Swizzy, salute, man. See you, my G. Yeah, Jersey Rich, man. Salute, bro, 100. But yeah, man, he pulled the piece out. Yo, bro, this nigga's a convicted felon. I know 3 states. If you got a gun and you're a convicted felon, that you're going to prison for. That's New York, New Jersey, and California.
Right.
New York, New Jersey, and California. You're Harlem Nights, man. If you want to hit the link, man, because I need you to say something on this, man. Hold up. We got an open panel today.
Yeah,
I got the link. I got the link already posted. You know what I'm saying? I put it in there again for those who don't see it. Hold on one second. Let me get this link back for y'all, man. Put it back in there so people that don't see it, they get a chance to see it, man. Copy. Yo, man, let me put this link back in there. Because the link is already in there, yeah. It's already posted.
Yeah, man. Y'all hit the link, man. Let's chop it up about this shit.
Yeah.
All this fugazi shit, that shit don't fly around.
Yeah, man. It don't fly, man. It's wrong, man. I'm putting the link in there. I put the link in, y'all. So y'all hit the link, y'all want to come in. Y'all want to say something about it because, like I said, straight sucker time. It's just straight sucker time, man. We got 80 people in the building. Let's get them lights up, man. The link is in there. It's an open panel, yo. Let's get this show on the road, man. You know what I mean? So like I was saying,
Talk about
I'm gonna let
the
y'all
radiation and the FBA and all that.
Yeah, come yo, you make these hold up. These guys, look at this. This is the type of niggas that make black people look like niggas, ignorant motherfuckers, ignorant individuals. Real talk. We're gonna look at it again a little bit. And this is the ignorant, this is why white people and other cultures look down on American blacks, the FBA.
Right.
Show your face, please. Show your face.
Everywhere, but he smacked him with the burner first.
Yeah.
Show
your face.
Don't do that.
It's open panel. So whoever come in, show your face. Nobody can see it but me. Show your face in the back so I know you're a real person. Just hit the camera. Let me see your face and I'll put you on. All right, I got you, Miss Anderson. Hold up. All right, you can touch your camera if you want. Now, what you got to say about this? First, welcome to the Miss Anderson. Hold up. Oh, yo, you got to turn off your you got to turn off your YouTube.
It's sad. It's sad.
You got to turn your YouTube off. You got to turn your YouTube off. You got to turn off your
Turn off my YouTube.
Yeah. You got to turn your YouTube off. You got to turn off your Yeah. Oh, damn. All right. I don't know what's going on. All right, y'all. We here, man. She got the echo. She was on. She then had a YouTube. Yeah, what you thought? He said, nah. He put him. He put him with the left. The hammer came out on the right. Yeah, man. It don't matter which way it went, bruh. What happened was he stole this man, and this man was doing nothing but talking. This man is a small individual in stature. Why he ain't do that to Brick Baby nobody yet? Why he ain't do that to any of the other people that been? Why he ain't go and look for Big U yet? That's what I want to know. That's a fact, King Ice. It's a fact. Straight clout chaser, straight bombs, straight suckers, straight punks.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's our job to bully the bully. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to really keep going on. I just want people that didn't see that to see that. But yo, I want y'all to see this one, man. These guys. Here we go, yo, right here. Let's listen to this.
I want the smoke. I am the smoke. Now, you want to fight me because he's a buster. Shot value shit to get people to look at you so you can do the real shit. So y'all go check that out. Nevertheless, Adam, listen, I guess you looking, right? You heard what I said. Call me like a man. Don't be having you and Lauren text me on the Adam and Wack and Lauren text blast, texting me them type of instructions like I supposed to respond to that. Man, you got me up. You think I am? Who you think I am? Brick Baby? Talking about Lush. Huh? Man, I would say, nigga, please. But you don't want to be ninja. Alright? Stop. Adam. Stop texting me, bro. I'm not, until you call me and have that conversation, I ain't hearing it. Do I look like Sharp? You think you're gonna have me sitting here in my feelings like Sharp? Side by side, talking like this? No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, Adam. Because I got one ace in the hole. Yeah.
Now you see him. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, one ace in the hole. He's a goofy.
Yeah, definitely her indigenous people, man. That's a fact. He said he got one. So now you want to blackball Adam. Adam told him this can't happen no more. This can't happen no more. You can't come on the show. He mad because Adam canceled their show and put another person in their time slot. That's what he mad about. And you have no right to be mad. You disrespected this man.
Turn up on the white boy because he couldn't control his little minions around him, dog. That's what happened. Oh, business is business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You messing up money. You mess up this man's money. And I don't even like Adam 22. I think he's a sucker too.
Yeah.
I think he's a clown too.
So they're in their own.
So, you know what I'm saying? A culture vulture. Wack 100 is a culture vulture. I say he's a culture vulture because you see what he's doing now, right? He's no better. He's no better than Joe or any of them. And one more thing, man. Wack 100. Until you fight a real man that you don't have to sneak, that you don't have to pull pistols out on, you'll always be a sucker. And that's just real talk. So yeah, let's keep watching this, man, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. This is fair use.
One of the most dearest things to you, Adam. One of the most precious people in your life, Adam. Yeah, that's my home girl. You understand what I'm saying? That's my home girl, Adam. You get what I'm saying? You know, don't make me call my home girl, because my home girl is going to have a conversation with you.
Fact, ISIS.
You don't run nothing, Adam.
Larry White, show your face in the back so I know it's you.
Who run everything? We all know who got the bag.
Barry White, if that's you, to show your face in the back so I can pull you up, brother. All right, hold on. All right, my boy. What you got to say about this, man? Peace.
I mean, peace to everybody, man. Peace to the chat, man. Peace to everybody on the panel, man. For real. But honestly, man, it's atrocious, man. Like right away when I saw it, you could tell that he put his hand in on that. It was all set up for that man to get done the way he got done. So, I mean, I said that to say this. Coming from someone with his character and the businesses that he runs, like somebody said earlier, he didn't even think to say, you know, for my brand or anything like that. Like I said, he had his hand all over it. And this perpetuates what we're trying to do as a people. He's constantly adding more violence to every situation that he touches. And it's a play. You know, he's running a play, but it caused somebody to get hurt. And his play went wrong. You know what I mean? And somebody got hurt.
And you know the crazy thing about it, man? This guy is only 5'6", 5'7", 160 pounds. You see how tall Luce Cannon is? You see how much weight Luce Cannon got on him?
Right.
And then he pulled a pistol on this man. He got the pistols, man. He pistol whipped this man in the back of his head, and he's stripping these men. So their kids can see. 2 men that do for the community.
Right.
That's one of the main things that bother me. If you're gonna do something like that, man, you go at somebody that you know gonna get right back at you.
Yeah, I mean, he did it to especially like you said, the man was of age, you know, well above age to be done like that. I believe you said something like that too, right? He wasn't a young man.
He wasn't a young man. He was an older man. He was 50. It really don't matter how old the man is, right? If a man comes, you see the man with his hands in his pocket talking, looking to the phone. And then Wack 100, he slides back to get out the way. Like he already know the play. You see him walk back, he got out the way so Luce Cannon can fire on him.
Right.
And that shows right there, that shows how much a clown this man really is, bro. And then he brag about it. Yo, facts. 50 plus, you know, 50 plus gives you no stripes unless he attacking you.
Right.
Indeed, they stole on that man, bro. They stole on him. Yo, hold up. And it makes it so bad, right? The man, once he got stolen on, he was balled up because he had the pistol to his hand. How that man gonna fight back when he got a gun to his head?
Exactly. It was scared for him to fight back with a punch. So
yo, Barry White, did you see the gun? Did you see the pistol to that man's head? Makes peace, Lord.
Yeah, I did. I did see him whip that man several times, man. I did see that happen, and you know, like you said, how do you expect somebody to defend themselves when you have a firearm? You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, and like you said, he's bragging about it, man. It's really, like you said, he needs to be canceled, man, because that right there, that's not leadership qualities, man. He's just trying to keep all of this gang banging and all this stuff brewing up. And at his age, he needs to be ashamed of that.
Yo, and to make it so bad, everybody, he said fight back. Bruh, only way you could grab a pistol in a fight like that, the man already had the pistol. He had a cock probably. The only way you can do that is if you're strong enough or if you're on point enough. If you didn't think it's a business deal and then the nigga steal you and then hit you again and pull a pistol out on you, it's no fighting back because the gun can accidentally go off and blow your brains out.
See, but you got to understand the foolishness that takes place on that side. See, they would say something like, knowing that they don't mean it, they would say something like this. I wouldn't care if a man had a pistol on him. I'm willing to die for mine. That's what, see, because they're able to say it. But when it comes down to it, you getting beat just like that man.
Yo, I'm going to keep it real, man. I'm 6'7". I'm 320 pounds. I'm a straight street I'm a straight street nigga. I'm a goon. I battled the biggest niggas in my hood, bro, at one time in my life. I fought everybody. Anybody who had a name, I fought. But it was a time when I was fighting somebody and the pistol came out and I didn't have no pistol on me. I backed down. Because no matter how big and strong, you don't want to get shot, bro. I could tell an amazing gangster story. Yeah, he pulled the pistol out, I took it from him, and I shot him with his own gun. That would be a lie. Now, have I taken a pistol out somebody's hand before? Yeah, because I felt the energy, I felt the tension, and I was close enough before he could get it out of his waist to grab his hand and rip his arm off damn near and take it from him. You dig what I'm saying? But if you find somebody and somebody whip out the pistol, one of their homies whip out the pistol or something, or say a person stole me from nowhere, say I'm standing there, I'm chilling, and a person is stealing me from the side, I'm already off my equilibrium, already off. So when that pistol come out, I'm still dazed. I can't fight that pistol, man. Because, like I said, even if it wasn't, you could accidentally get shot, bro. No matter how gangster or tough you are.
I mean, that is a fact. That is a fact. I mean, I don't see many people jumping at the opportunity to defend themselves in the gunfight with their hands. You know, I mean, I can see people trying, you know, if you got the drop on them, but if somebody got the drop on you, you see that and you know, okay, you about to get whooped. It's like, are you happy that you getting whooped at that point and not shot? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like my man said, I seen dudes get guns pulled on them and they still swung on them. No, yeah. I said when a gun was pulled on me face to face, you know what I'm saying? I can see it coming. Yeah, I grab that nigga hooked off on him. First of all, I'm a 3rd-degree black belt Aikido. Second of all, a brown belt Tung Sudo. Third of all, a black belt in Taekwondo. I bodyguard for over 20 plus years. And then the other sad thing is you don't know if that was the only gun on the set. Because it was 50 other niggas jumping these 2 men. So like I said, yeah, you can snatch, if you're on point, you can do that. But once your equilibrium is knocked off, bruh, that's a problem, man.
Well, how about this one? Once you feel that first hot rock.
Whoo! I felt one of them before.
There's the stinger. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. World Bible Daily, bruh. Steven Seagal was a fake, man. That was a real thing, man. My mama put me in that shit because when I was a kid, I used to get beat up and bullied. So she put me in martial arts when I was like in the first grade, kindergarten, first grade era. I used to get beat up and bullied when I was a kid. So my mom put me in that so I could learn how to defend myself. And by the time I was in the 7th, 8th grade, I was putting niggas on their backs. 3 seconds flat. You dig? So like I said, I got my ass jumped a lot from kindergarten all the way to like the 6th grade. By the time the 6th grade came, that's all. How Papa said, that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. You know what I mean? You got to do that. But like you said, man, if a person got to drop you with a gun, it's no way at all. You sometimes you just got to back down. Triple O Skrilla say 6'6", 220. I don't want no sauce with a pellet gun. Yeah, the pellet guns hurt too. What you talking about? Nah, but yo, for real, man. When we talking about that, because, like I said, we all getting on Fat Joe. And like I said, I'm getting on Fat Joe. I'll be ripping his head off because what he said about the FBA, a bunch of broke niggas.
Disrespectful.
Very disrespectful. So this is why people say stuff like this about the black culture, because of people that look like this nigga on the screen right here. Look at this funny looking nigga. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all finish what we had to say real quick.
Look like he aged like 15 years.
Yeah.
It's Lena, fool. And don't let me call my little homegirl, because you know she loves some Uncle Wack. Boy, I sent a few toys over there, wrapped in some incredible diaper boxes, disguised. She's gonna daddy Uncle Wack you to death. How dare you send me a text like that on Adam and Laura, the scheduler, with that type of request? No, you call me.
I feel genuinely nervous to release this to the public. If you are a coach, a service provider, or you sell any kind of high-ticket programs, this...
I know I got to start paying for y'all. Excuse me, man. Nah, forget all that. But yo, check this out. I think, to be honest, Harlem Nights in the building. My boy Harlem Nights.
Yeah, I had to change my name. I'm like, hold up.
You had your real name up there, huh?
Yeah, Barry White.
But yo, Harlem, let me ask you a question, man. Real talk, bro.
What's shacking? What's good?
You know we from, bro. I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey. You from Harlem, New York, right?
Right.
Now say some stuff like that would have went down in Harlem where you from, bro. Say they did a play like that on somebody. Would they be able to stay in Harlem even though they from Harlem? Or would they be food on the streets?
They food out there. Especially because, first of all, Harlem ain't really going to get a shaking unless it's about some money. That's number one. It's not about, anything else but money up in Harlem. That's the only thing they're willing to fight for. They ain't fighting for no woman. They ain't
King
fighting
Ice facts. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If it ain't about no money, they don't want nothing to do with it. So to see something like that take place, meaning you had to have done something, that fucked up a lot of money. You don't want no part in that anyway, but that's the only way something like that would happen. Not just off trying to catch wreck on somebody. Nah, that wouldn't take place. You'll get fucked up by everybody you know after that.
Indeed, bro. Indeed. You'll get hands and feet put on
sucker
you.
Sucker shit, like especially on camera, some sucker shit like that. Like, yeah, nah.
And like I said, man, that right there, when I seen a grown man cry, bro, that really broke my heart as a man, you know what I'm saying? Because I could never do nothing like that to a person that I know is weaker than me, you know what I mean?
Right, especially if you having them believe that you're willing to conduct business with them. That's really where it's stupid. He caught him off guard.
He caught him straight off guard.
Yeah, of course. That's like, look, we both into the same shit. I slight you at one point. You say, yo, that's water under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Yo, come meet me. We're going to do a little something together, And I go over there and you have me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? After you make me believe it's water under the bridge. You feel me?
Yeah, bro. Man. Okay, I'm going to tell you, a person like me, bro. Yo, bro, it's on until it's not on no more, bro. It's on until it's not on no more. So I want you to hear this, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Pause. They tend to dick over there, man. You say something, they willing to jump off about it. You know, over here where we from, you ain't fucking up no money. You good, B. You can say whatever you want. You ain't fucking up no money. But as soon as you start fucking up the money, that's when we gonna get stupid with you.
Yeah.
We gonna get real stupid.
Right. Like I said, even with me, well, I'm born and raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey. E-Port Posse. All these clips, all these crew, all these because we didn't have gangs back then. We had posses, we had cliques, we had blocks. You know what I'm saying? We had Uptown, Downtown, Midtown, Elmora, Bayway. You know what I'm saying? So them 5 sections is where a lot of different crews got money. Wabu Shabazz, bro, if you want to hit the link, man, you can hit the link and come in. I got the link pinned in there, man. But yo, this is where we all our beef is over money. We wasn't just bullying anybody just to bully them. We don't believe that bullshit. Hey, yo, World Viral Daily, Pop Smoke is Panamanian black. His mother's a black woman, his father's Panamanian, I believe. His mother's last name is Jackson. So for those who because I don't want people to just think that he was Panamanian. He's a mixed breed. Is that?
Yo, fam, they gotta understand where we come from, man. It's foreign cars triple parked. You know, it's a lot going on. Like, it's real busy. It's a lot of money, you know, being shuffled around there. They ain't worried about the small stuff of what he said, man. So you go to LA, man. I call somebody a mark. You know, they looking for me for months, weeks, years over something I said. You know what I mean? I ain't fuck up a dime, but I'm trolling them a little bit, and they catch me over at the chicken and waffle joint. They gonna take my life over something I said.
Yeah.
No money got fucked up.
No money got messed up. We're gonna cut up on the F-bombs a little bit because I don't want you two to bust me the head. But yeah.
My bad, G. But no money got messed up.
Messed up at all.
You know.
And you know, but yo, I'm gonna tell you something. I hate to say this, and it's not every West Coast, every California nigga or dude, bro. But these suckers make California look Hollywood. The reason I say that, because they got suckers like Wack 100s up there doing things like this, right? And nobody is chastising them or checking them for nothing.
That's because he's become of the age to where, like, he's been in the game so long and he's got the money to back up, you know, and he can pay for this to get done and that get done. So when you're in that predicament, kind of don't want to, you know, shake too many feathers, because he's the type that gives somebody in your crew a couple of grand and have your head split wide open. And that's in your own crew, because, you know, that's how they get down. They respect, just like back in the Suge Knight days. He had the money, they all was scared of him and the money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But hold up. Sean Harris said, nah, LA's not weird. It's just gangland. Bruh, New York and New Jersey's gangland. But we don't oppress the weak, man.
No, we're just not as ignorant with it.
We're not as ignorant with it. You know, we don't oppress the weak.
With it. Yeah, we're not doing that. Because there's no money in it.
All right.
There's no money in
We're
it.
about getting money. The only dudes that get money in LA that's gangbangers are Crips.
Shout out to Killer Mike for helping him with that. Killer Mike really helped him with that. Came out with the Cripa-Cola, and they started, you know, making their own brands. You know?
And like I said, I don't have no ill will towards gangs at all. I'm not a gangbanger, and I never be a gangbanger because I'm God, the true living God, and I don't believe in oppressing my people. But we was talking about something one day, right? We was talking about why the somebody hold up. While we was talking about why the Bloods formed in New York. Everybody was saying that the Bloods formed in New York to fight off the oppression of the Latin kings. But nobody ain't saying nothing about when the 5% was teaching. People didn't want to learn. So if you ain't gonna live by law, we're not protecting you. And the only place that the power rules of Puerto Ricans ruled was what they call it was a block. It was a block in out there. It was a block in the prison, in the jail, right? That was for junkies, people that's trying to come off drugs. Most of the Puerto Ricans was up there trying to clean their system. You dig what I'm saying? So if you got sent to that block in Rikers Island, and you was a black person, yeah, they gonna do you dirty. C95, there you go, God in the streets. C95, yo, guy, I'm about to send you a link because I want you to explain that to some of these people, man, real quick, yo. I'm gonna send you a link, Lord. Just turn up your YouTube in the back. I'm gonna send you a link right now. I want you to explain that to them because they don't understand it. I want you to explain how you explained it to me. I appreciate that to you guys. I appreciate that too, guys. Hold on one second. I'm sending you a link right now. Or you can hit the link on your computer, Lord. I send the link to your phone, or you can hit the link that's already up here. Let me see. The link is pinned, but I'll put it back up there for you again, Lord. Because I want you to explain why all that happened in New York. So I get tired of people saying this because all that came blood. Robert Pattinson, New Jersey, salute. I heard that. A lot of them did, though. New York definitely had the first gangs in America. Gangs of New York. Facts. World Viral Deli and Black Atlantic. They were the first. The first gangs did originate in New York. That's some real. People ain't understand it. Anybody don't believe that, but that's the truth. That's where the first gangs came from, New York City. You know what I'm saying? So while we wait for the old god to come up here, I want y'all to check this out real quick. I want y'all to hear Adam response to this, and I want y'all to tell me if he's wrong for responding the way he responded. This is Fair Use Show, so y'all check this out real quick.
A couple dudes popped up looking for Wack 100, and apparently one of them dudes had history with Luce Cannon, and I'm hearing the other dude was a pastor.
Don't do that. Luke, don't do that. Luke, don't do that.
Well, no post, Luke. Thanks, man.
Look, y'all gotta stop playing. There's a reason why they call me the boogeyman. Like, this is facts. It's not no fairy tale. This is not what these rappers, like, they portray my life. Bro, I'm just blessed to be a music producer, an artist, a rapper, an entertainer, everything, an actor. But I'm just a real tough dude that stand on everything I say. So y'all don't get it misconstrued. I want problems. If I'm giving up this energy and you have a problem with it, do something. Because when I see you, I'm going to do something. It ain't going to be no facts. It ain't no mystery. It's nothing like that.
Reach from Philly, salute.
Busy. Point blank, plain and simple. Like it or I am.
All right, here, guys. Parts up. Yo,
the video surface.
Now hold up. 100 we got. Yo, somebody got turned off their YouTube in the background. Reach from Philly. That's your YouTube. Yeah, I'm ready, guy. Go and tell me now, guy. Now explain to them why the gang started in Rikers Island. Tell them the whole thing because they thought I was lying. You're an OG. Let them know where you're from, Lord.
I'm from originally BK, East New York, Cypress Hills, original 18 member, you know, Tut, Glaze, Jesus, everybody I grew up with out there. Matter of fact, when me and the guard was building on it the other day, I told them that in 91, Born Knowledge, I was in there for 6 attempt murders on New York City police, which I took to trial and beat. So, you know, I ain't bragging or boasting about none of that lifestyle or whatever, but back then in the Beacon, anybody know me, Bush, Bloody Hatchet, so rest in peace, so many other individuals that at that time, I ran that joint and the guards was prominent. And what I got to say to when them brothers talk about what they talk about, that they formed that because of the oppression that the Latin Kings was putting on, was because, like Bourne said, C95, everybody that grow up, we call it San Juan. That's where all the power rules used to go to, because a lot of them, they be kicking dope habits. It's prominent in Medina, in Brooklyn, but more so in the Bronx. We used to always have beef with the Bronx Puerto Ricans because they had, that different mentality. Some of them good. My man Pika, I give him a shout out. He came into our house, was a known gunner, shooter, blast everybody, but like everything else, they stay in place. But let me get back to it. Like I said, the majority of that building, you were sent there, to kick your dope habit. You know what I'm saying? They used to get morphine over in C95, or you used to go up north from C95 like I did in 89 when I went up north. You know what I'm saying? I was in C95, and even back then in the toppers and the uppers, there was mostly like state cats that was already had prison time, might have been coming back down for another case, another well-known individual that was a power rule, rest in peace, True Mathematics. I taught them. So I don't know when these guys be saying that the Bloods was formed and it was more prominent than still the knowledge back then, because like I said, everywhere we went, we carried it a certain way. And of course, we in there like everybody else. So, we ain't gonna say we was holy, but at the same token, I don't know nothing about that, because even in the Beacon at that time, they had 9 Blood, but it wasn't called 9 Blood because of the Bloods. It was called 9 Blood because that's where a lot of people was getting cut. And there was so many other, individuals that I could mention that got well-known names out there in the streets. But like I said, those brothers that's talking about that was strictly at that time, and I was in the Beacon from 91 to 92, and everybody know me, Shabu B Allah. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, guy. I want to ask you one more question, guy. So what you think about the dude OG Matt bringing that stuff to the East Coast?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, like when I first started seeing it appearing, I was out in Crown Heights. We had a big building on the corner of Troy Ave. It's called 961 The Castle. So we used to hustle out of there. And it was a cat that was across the street the first time I seen that blood situation occur. And that was like I said, I know that was after I came back home, because everything took place in East New York. But my wisdom had moved out to that's like Flatbush, Crown Heights area. I was on Fenimore between Schenectady and Troy. But they started popping up like around 92 on the streets. Because like I said, it was a cat that was across the street from us, or Eastern Parkway, and he started it up. And they ended up killing him. Another blood sect ended up killing him up in Mecca, in Manhattan. But that was the first phase that I seen it coming about. And then one day they just all came up there. They was flying a red flag, and by that time they had already started their thing in Albany Projects. Once again, that was always a stronghold for the guards. We used to call it a Laws Projects, because my cousins in them, I could have got the knowledge back in 1973. I was 11 years old, and they had just stopped gang banging. They was Jolly Stompers, and then they became ex-cons. So, like I said, God, when we go through our thing, this whole gang thing ain't nothing new, because of anybody that know anything about our nation, even the firstborn guards and everything, they all are part of gangs from Brooklyn and Manhattan and the Bronx. You know, mainly the Fort Greene chaplains, and a brother did a joint up on St. Lags talking about the Brooklyn gangs, and it came out our way. We had the Imperial Buccaneer Lords and all that. So,
yo, God, let me tell you
yeah.
something. I'm gonna tell you some funny shit, Lord. Well, I remember the gangs in Jersey. The gangs in Jersey, they originated from LA. Most of the Jersey gangs, the Bloods and the Crips that came to Jersey, they came in like, I know Tretch set, Double I, they came to Jersey in like 92. But there was a West Coast set. And I remember in 90, what was this? 94, I got locked up. I had to put a 5-year bid. I locked up in 94. I was 18. This cat named Phil, little Phil from my hood in Elizabeth. He came through. He was Rikers Island. He had 2 cases. He had one in Jersey and he had one in New York. He had robbed a spot in New York, him and some of his boys, a couple of his boys. So he got like almost 20 years in New York, right? For robbing the park out there at a spot in Harlem, right? And he had to come back because he had another shooting in Jersey. So what happened was, so I'm God buddy, so I see the nigga come in, and then he stayed in the county. He go through trial in the county. He's in there for like a year, almost 2 years probably. By the time I get to prison, I get to Southwood State Prison. Yo, blood was flooded everywhere in the jail. When I came back, I came home after doing 5 years, and I went back. I didn't know it was that bad because I was in Southwoods. There was no blood, but mostly guards out. Mostly the guards. So I went to Southern State in 2000. Well, I got to Southern State in 2000. I'm walking the yard. So the guy speaking math to me. The guy from I believe he's from Camden, New Jersey. He's speaking math. He's building, but he's like, "Yo, I'm a 50-50." And I'm like, "What's a 50-50?" I'm trying to figure out what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because now I never heard of. I'm half blood, half God body. I'm like, "Are you what?" I'm like, "Word." All right, hold on one second. Let me get the guys real quick, yo. Let's see if that's right in his act. Right? So I would have got like 4 or 5 of the guys. We walking around the yard with this guy. You already know what's gonna be, Lord. You know what's gonna be already. Right. The older guys, Shakim Allah, the other guy, Homicide, Big Homo. You know what I'm saying? My man Cal Turner from Elizabeth. It was about 5 or 6 of us, yo. So we like, you know what? It's time for this universal. Because now he's feeding these young boys poison. Because remember, he was there before we got this. So there's a lot of young boys following around him. He giving them that weird ass knowledge. So he was trying to explain it to us, right? And I looked at the guy, right? I winked my eye at him, right? And I just walked off. Yo, the guy just throwed off for him. We kept walking. We was gonna jump. I let the guy in the universal. The guy, he nice with the hands. The guy aired him out. And then we put him off the yard. You ain't bringing that shit to the righteous, man. That's how we live as a 5%er, as a true and living God. You can't bring that devilment to the righteous. And that's the problem we have. We got clowns like this guy, Wack 100. Yo, shout out to my boy Hood Blogger from Philly. And we got Reese from Philly. Yo, Reese.
Much love and respect, Warren. Much love and respect. Salute to the panel.
We got Reese from Philly in the building. Salute, Reese, man. What's going on, brother?
I'm pretty much loitering. I don't know what y'all talking about. I seen your joint was up, so I just joined.
Happy New Year's, everybody. We're talking about how Wack 100 and Luce Cannon when they jumped on that old man.
Yo, I don't really know a lot about that dude, Wack 100. Like, I don't know who he is, but all through nigga YouTube, people have been doing videos about him. And every time I see him in the video, it's always connected to some type of clown shit. So I ain't never like follow his life. I don't know what he does. I don't know what his talent is. Why everybody know him?
He's a game manager. He's Ray J manager. He's a what do they call him? He's a plague to the black community.
A plague?
Yeah, a plague.
Wow.
Poisonous.
Most of those industry niggas are, period. I know so many of them, it's ridiculous.
I just tapped in and all of that, but I just want to ask, the good brother God from them streets, I believe that's his name that was just speaking. I just want to ask him, coming from the generation that you come from, brother, how do you feel you know, to look at what's going on today as far as how, you know, the gang culture is represented, you know, from the West Coast on the internet?
Well, I shout out my man Dominant Savior from the West Coast born. It's a lot of brothers out there that been doing a lot of teachings. And to me, I'm not going to really hold a lot of these things that's going on against them because, like, in our upbringing, after we came out them gang stages, you know, we had a good, long, strong run from the 70s until like the 80s, the mid 80s, you know, where I could even say myself, I became a part of the problem, you know, by participating in those activities. But we didn't know, you know, what that was all about. And from there, you know, even in our nation, a lot of, you know, the guards and the earths, you know, got hooked on that chemical warfare, you know, so you had a lot of, you know, babies that was born with righteous names and everything else, but they was no longer attached to that righteous environment. So a lot of those individuals, when they grew up, this is the residue that's off of that they destroyed us just like they destroyed, you know, all the other groups that came before us. And I don't even really think that they knew what crack was going to do or what it was going to turn into. None of us knew, you know, and this was the first phase of us. I mean, in us, the like they want to say the FBA or whatever, having that access to those type of economics without it being controlled. Because you got to remember with Nikki and all the rest of them, Frank Matthews and all of them that dealt in the heroin game. First of all, you was a young cat. You wasn't just put on just like that. Not unless somebody in your family or close or however that went down. And that was still controlled, you know what I'm saying, by the Italians. So at the end of the day, when this happened and the Dominicans and us came together, this is what brought about that whole era and us allowed to be able to make all of that money and everything else. So now, you know, that was crushed. And a lot of those young individuals, by the time the gang era started becoming more prolific back, you know, I want to say the tri-state, because, you know, we wasn't just in New York, we was upstate, we was in Jersey, Connecticut, all these, you know, Philly, everywhere that was attached, there was some brothers that went and started doing their teachings. So, you know, by them now, like I said, being born with these righteous names and everything else, but not being given the knowledge. And that's why I be going at certain individuals up here on this YouTube when they, you know, talk about the knowledge don't need to come back to the streets. It do need to come back to the street, because when you a savage in the pursuit of happiness, you know what I'm saying? The only people that you going to destroy is your own people. And the thing that's so sad, because I also come out of the revolutionary era. I was young enough, you know, where out our way we had what they call the third world. They never got that big because one of my OGs that was like really the head of that, he was also, you know what I'm saying, thrown off because he was in a bar, somebody put something in his drink and that fucked him up. But you know, we was walking around with the Ungawa, Black Power, destroy, white boy. I said it, I meant it, I'm here to represent it, because the gangs that was formed back then, whether we was north, east, south, or west, they was formed because, like myself, in 1968, I moved out to Cypress Hill Project, which is, you know, once again, not bragging or boasting about that lifestyle, but if you was around and you was in my projects coming up anywhere doing those errors, you had to really be bout it. And mainly in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how our OGs taught us. But once again, going back to the essence of that, you know what I'm saying? We had to fight against the white boys, you know? we sit right there on the borderline. I remember when I first moved out there, my cousins and them told me, yo, nigga, you moving out to Queens. And back then, you know, niggas considered Queens to be soft. And that's another problem because you got individuals that live in good communities with mothers and fathers that work hard for them to be able to achieve something in life, but they want to choose to throw it away. How is all of this coming into foreplay? Just look at what's going on in the rap industry. Just look at what the drill music has, you know, brought about, where they actually living out murders and crimes and putting it up there to get likes, allowing the powers that be, you know what I'm saying, to incarcerate all of them. So now these areas that was rough because there was gangs that was still infested in it, they don't want us to have no money anyway. Because instead of them brothers realizing about putting, you know what I'm saying, and I love jewelry and I done had all type of shit, Rolexes, everything. I still got some of them pieces. But at the end of the day, if you throwing hundreds of thousands of dollars on your neck or $500,000 on your neck, what could you have done in the community? You know, we see my man Rollo did what he did, but he still was in the game where you could have took $100,000 and bought 3 or 4 F150s, bought about 5 or 10 John Deere riding mowers and everything else, and you could have economically gave jobs to these same youth that would be out there on the corner selling for you. So this is what I got to say to the whole gang thing, because without any type of structure and without any type of rules and regulations, you're not supposed to be doing no shit to no civilians or to young people or whatever. And that was things that was prevalent in my time. You couldn't come on outside of the project or anything like that and rob no woman or come out there. Of course, once the guns started coming in, it was like everything else. Individuals started getting shot that ain't got nothing to do with what's taking place, to the point where these cats think that it's cool for them to roll up on a house 3 o'clock in the morning, shoot a house up and hit an 80-year-old woman, or a woman going in the Bronx on Sunday to get some food, a grandmother to come back, and now she get killed right out there on the street because 2 of these clowns get together and start shooting. So it all boils down to this, bro. If the child is born and the child does not have unconditional love, how can they love anybody? They don't love themselves. So now they get out there and they get on the street, and instead of the OGs like it was how we was raised, in order, you know, with structure, where you got to respect the old just as well as the old got to respect the young, because we got the wisdom and the science and everything else, but they got the youthism. But they
Yo,
know
God,
that
parse up 1 second. I want to answer this young brother Corey Hunter. Y'all should have ran the Crip and Blood BS right off y'all block and never picked up their behaviors. I'm from the West Coast, but the Bay Area movement never had traction in the Bay. All right, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, young brother. I'm gonna be real with you. What you said is 100% fact, but you gotta understand. Most of us was in prison when that shit popped off on the street.
I want to go next.
Yo, most of us in Jersey, most of the guys in Jersey, we hustled, we sold drugs, we robbed, we did stuff like that. So a lot of us was in prison at a young age. So by the time we got out of prison and really put our foot on soil, on the homeland, it was already infested with that gang stuff. So now you got to worry about, it's about 5 guys that just came home, but it's 100 bloods strapped up. Now we banged out with them a lot of times, and we had heavy losses because they didn't care. You know what I'm saying? They would kill an OG just because you're trying to correct their behavior. All right, you go ahead, Philly. Let me hear what you got to say, bro.
Yo, watch this. So I'm gonna break this gang shit down, right? This This is the pussiest shit that's ever happened to the black community in human recordings, right? Everybody knows that jive-ass story about how all the shit started as something positive and all that, right? Fuck all that. What you got today in front of you is bitch moves, right? A man is not a man anymore. A man can't do it on his own and be a man in life and do what he got to do to get to his death. You got to be part of something now and have this support system, this group or something. So you can, and the only reason these niggas join these groups is so they can walk around with their chest out and their face screwed up and go around acting like a bad motherfucker. And half of them is out here doing nefarious shit, running up in people's houses, robbing people, carjacking, and all of that, and then lying about what they are part of. And when I was in jail, right, because I was in the mid-90s. I'm 55, by the way, just for the record.
All right, no doubt, bro.
I started my bid in the mid-90s, right? And I was not a part of any of this fake-ass hood street culture. I was pulled in by bullies, right? Bullies sent me to jail for 10 years, right? Bullies talking all this type of shit. There was a part of this and that and a part of that. All of it is bullshit. It's all bitch moves. All you got to do is be born, be a man, and then die. Do what you got to do and then die. You ain't got to be a part of shit. That shit comes from fear. Real niggas, right? Because I know where that phrase come from and who started saying it. All right? I know where that came from, so I know what one is. A real nigga ain't a part of nothing. All that other shit is PC, protective custody, because I fucking said so. I don't care what nobody else in the world say. I was watching when all this shit unfolded, all this fuck shit. From the beginning, I remember when we was walking around with Afro picks in our pockets. And everybody loved everybody. And the biggest argument we had was what? Christian versus Muslim?
Who's the best MC? That was the biggest argument. Who was the best MC? That was like our biggest argument.
Yo, this shit is out of control. I don't think there's no turning it around. I really think like doom is coming. That's the way it's looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something.
I guess it's different. I guess it's different from Evers and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I was born in '87, and you know what I'm saying. Like it wasn't. I know, like my mom from Diamond Street. They had gangs and all that back then. My mom is about 60. I think she just turned 63, and she was talking about like they had the gang movement, all that in Philly. It wasn't Crips and Bloods and all that. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole different type of movement. But I know, like from my era, when you stepping outside, you in it. For instance, you could be somebody that might just love playing basketball, bro. You might be a person that loves science. People going to try you, bro. So
you got a Philly accent, yo. You from Philly?
Yeah. I'm from Germantown.
All right, so let me break something down to you.
Oh no, hold on, Reese, 1 second. We got cut on the F-bombs because they messed with the monetization.
All right, I got you. So look, Philadelphia got more tough guys per square mile than any other patch of earth.
Facts. That's a fact.
I was light skinned in the 70s and 80s when it was a bad time to be that. My hand skills, right? Not to brag, are Mayweatherish.
Same here.
That's a fact.
That same here.
I'm 55 and get up and train every morning because I know I'm going to rumble niggas, whether I want to or not.
Facts.
Even an old man, I can't even be an old man in peace, dog. And it's all scepter. It's all set.
Bruh, that scepter, bruh. Yo, I'm gonna cut you off, bruh. You know I live in Philly now. I live in Philly now. I'm born and bred in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Oh, you walk around here. This is Saudi Arabia, dog.
I take the scepter, and I'm gonna tell you one time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was on my way to train to go to work. It was like 4 a.m. So I see like 3 young boys follow behind me. I see their shadows. So I turn around and look at them. They're like, "OG, you straight? You safe, OG?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not worried about me, man. I'm worried about y'all."
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about what I'm gonna do to y'all to have me back in prison. For real. So y'all walk up in front of me. So they walked up in front of me. They act like they said, "We just going to the train." So they walked up in front of me. I get to the train station. They keep going another block. No, y'all thought y'all had fresh meat on the fresh fish on the line, nigga.
Watch this. They weren't worried about you. They was like, "Oh, we ain't getting him. Let's go get somebody else."
Yeah.
That's simple.
Hey, boy, let me just say one more thing, right?
Go ahead,
About the gang thing, right? When we was growing up, right? You know, that's when they started like that busing or whatever. But where I was in the East, like I said, it was still, even the projects was still predominantly white. So I used to go to this school on the Conduit Boulevard called PS 214. Like we was like, you know, not the first group, but you know, maybe that second generation of blacks in the school. So we surrounded by Italians, all that.
Yeah.
And most of the cats that used to roll on us was them niggas that looked at like, you know, in Happy Days, Fonzie and all them with the leather jackets and all that shit. And they would come in, and we elementary school, and they coming in, you know what I'm saying, harassing us, smacking us, doing all type of, you know, little teenage gang shit. But the only time that them niggas was in fear was when they were here, like the East was mainly tomahawks. You know what I'm saying? And one of our righteous brothers that returned to the essence that y'all could watch in the education of Sonny Carson, name was Art Bar. Champ. You know what I'm saying? One of the leaders, him and Cato, of the Tomahawks back then. But the only time that them white boys would be in fear is when they heard that the gangs was coming up there. It was another time I was in a movie, they call it the Sutter Premiere. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that was like they main kind of sort of headquarters movie. And I remember me and my mom's going in there to watch Pam Grier, that movie she made called The Big Doll House. You know? She had a titty. My mom had to cover my eye. But at that time, I'll never forget it, because this is prior to me knowing Art Bark, when I got knowledge and all of that, that he had came in there and they told us, you know what I'm saying, that the little ones, they could see we with our mothers or young or whatever, for y'all to get up and go, because we about ready to have a gang fight. You know what I'm saying? I come from the zip gun era, you know, making zip guns in school and things like that. So the violence, the reason why the violence is so crazy now is you got young kids that's playing Call of Duty, and now they get in the actual gun and they could go in the streets. Back then, if you had a 38 or 22 or 25, you was on top of the world. So now they got all this ammunition, and you even got gang dudes that's from out of Chicago. I watched the joint where the cat said, he said, man, 2 times in my life, he said, one time I walked into the alleyway and it was a big crate in the alleyway. We opened it up. It was nothing but automatic pistols. He said another time they caught a crate by the railroad station. He got his life together and was able to eventually get his rights reinstated. So he went to the store to buy a weapon. And when he went in there to buy the weapon, he started asking the man for all type of different weapons. And he's saying, where you come from? You ain't supposed to have none of them weapons. They automatic weapons. So we always got to remember, from even the coin telepo and everything else, which is kill the black messiah, that they always going to do these things. We see the music, we see everything. All those things dictate the actions of a person. And a lot of us, we wasn't animals, but once we got into those environments where we had to be animals, and I was always taught I'd rather be the predator than to be the prey. So, you know, I'm gonna stick on while y'all rest of y'all brothers build, but you know, I'm here just like the brother from Philly that's 55. I went to Philly to visit my cousins, and they lived in South Philly at that time. And you know, as a young person, that's when I realized, yo, man, there's other areas that's just as rough and tough as where I come from. Because Philly and Newark and all y'all know to know how to put them hands on people.
Oh yeah, Philly, Elizabeth
North.
North.
That's not nothing to be known for, my nigga. That's like.
But you gotta think about it, bro. Listen,
pretzels,
but listen, it's good. It's better to be known for putting your hands on people than killing your people, bro. Everybody,
it's still violence.
But everybody, listen, everybody need discipline, man. Everybody need discipline.
Yo,
if we would have had, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you a quick fable, right? I sparred Meldrick Taylor back in the day, right? Meldrick Taylor is half my size. I'm 6'3", 190 pounds. He might be 5'5", $140, right? Nigga lit me up decent. And I was one of the nicest niggas in the gym. Laser jab, all of that, right? So motherfuckers, my circle around me wanted me to go pro, bad as shit, right? But when Meldrick Taylor fought Julio Cesar Chavez, right? He was the most vicious nigga in the world at that time. The nigga came back and was not alive anymore. He wasn't himself. His brain was gone, dog. In that one fight, he can't talk no more. He can't even function through life like a regular human being. Like it's sad. You know what I'm saying? That to me was I looked at that like, yo, this is black on black violence, even though it's a sport, right? Because you cool with everybody in the gym, but when you get in that ring, you are trying to murder that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that mentality does not go away. It can spark up and resurface just like that. I'm 55 and still can't shake it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should, no neighborhood should ever praise its violence record. And we do that all the time. I get on debates all the time, all over nigga YouTube. Niggas from this city and this city is arguing back and forth about who put in the most work. That shit is silly. That mentality is what fills up the cages.
I don't see nothing wrong with the hands though, because at the end of the day, we can't walk around like everybody gonna be walking around with picket fences screaming peace. I condone it. I seriously on some real rap, like we gotta talk in reality. Like I condone the fist. That's what we need to get back to, because us here from Philly, you know you can hardly walk in a Poppy store without a little young boy 16, 17 years old staring you down, waiting for you to look at his direction to bump into him, and he gonna tear you out the frame one of them switches. These young boys going upstate right now that weigh 110 pounds. The young boy, Hurst, that just got sentenced to 55 to 100 years, bro. But he got 4 bodies, 3 attempts, and 2 robberies, bro. This is from the age of 16. He didn't live life yet. These young boys out here,
he might be a virgin, dog.
Exactly.
He'll be a virgin no more.
Yo, you did time in Jersey in the 90s, right, King?
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Yo, you was down Yardsville and Bordentown with virgins all over the place.
No, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I never went to Yardsville, Bordentown. I got shit straight to prison, man. They should be straight to a max prison, where I was locked up with niggas that was fake that had life and double life.
In the mid-90s, they started throwing regular niggas in Yardsville and Bordentown.
No, they threw me. No, listen.
The young boy thing was out the window.
Yeah, the young boy. But I went to prison. I never seen Yardsville, Annandale, Bordentown.
Right.
I went straight to the max prison.
Right.
And I locked up when I was 18. I sat in the Union County for 3 years, and then I went to Southwest State Prison when it opened up. But when I got there, we was the first people there, but was also old heads that was from Camden and Atlantic City, and a lot of Atlantic City old heads, you know what I'm saying? They was like, they boxed suit, and they was like bullies. You dig what I'm saying? So it was crazy at that time, and they all had like life sentences, bro.
Yo, we had a boxing joint at one time in the jail system.
Yeah, we did too.
That shit like right after I got there and shit.
We did too, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. We all talk about that, but we can talk about it. When I did my time, I never went to a youth facility. That's what they call Yardsville, Bordentown, and Annandale. I never got to see that.
They were not. None of them were youth facilities. They all
that's
had
what
murder blocks. The thing
I
was,
know. Listen. The inmates there was from 18 to 21 at first. That was what it was. Now it's older, but when I was younger, it was 18 and 21. I thought I was going to go there because I was like 21. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go to Annandale, Bordentown, or something like that.
They sent me there at 25.
They sent you there at 25. Oh,
25. It was niggas in there in their 30s there.
Oh, heard.
It was that young boy. It was mostly young boys still, but it was more integrated by the time I got there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got locked up 94.
Yo, but Strap from Philly is right. Yo, when you go into the corner store, and it don't matter what neighborhood you in. Like, I can't tell you that a certain part of Philly is like the whole city is tough guys everywhere, and I don't know why. I don't know what this
I missed the fight, and I feel like my era. I'm 37. Like I said, it was a mixture. I remember, but I also remember being a kid in the 90s because before I moved to Germantown, I'm originally from Southwest. So, before I moved out there when I was a kid, I remember my mom saying, "Don't go to Pascal Projects, don't go to Greenway." And I remember at nighttime, you hearing wop, 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 as soon as it get dark. But it became a norm to us. But also with my generation, it wasn't how these young boys is now. It
Thanks, Queen. Thanks for joining.
It wasn't that. Like, that was like last resort. It really had to be a situation for somebody to. And now these young boys are saying we up 12-3. We talking about these are lives, bro. These guys never had to. They don't know the dark. They think it's a game. They think it's all internet. I miss the days where me and you can fight. We might be angry, but we could be brothers at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about the.
Yo, I got cool with niggas that I knuckled back in the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too.
And trashed them, and it was cool with me. And look, one nigga even learned how to fight, and then came back and called me to the ring later on, like years later, after I beat him up. And he was nice. I was so proud of the nigga, man.
To me, a fair fight is like a rap battle. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? It's like it can be, of course, like you said though, you is trying to demolish whoever in front of you, whether you got the gloves on or whether it's a street fight. But later on, you can laugh about it, just like how they said on Friday. And
that depends how bad somebody gets hurt, though.
But that's
when we was growing up, hold up. When we was going to say something, when we was growing up, we fought. We didn't stomp people out with a one-on-one. We fought them. We used to fight them. We let them get up, fight again, knock them down again, let them get up.
It depends how much. It depends how much respect you got for the person you fighting.
Hey, can I say one thing?
Got their face kicked in.
Can I say one thing to your brothers, right? This is the thing, just like you said, Big Boy and my other brother from Philly and everything else. When we grew up, right, I know my mom's put me same thing, karate school. You know what I'm saying? You had individuals around your way that went to jail or whatever, and they came back home with the 52 blocks, all these different things. Because like you said, if me and you get in a fight, I give you a black eye, might bust your nose, maybe knock a tooth out, and later on down the line, I know my man, me and him fought 2 times in school, and he came up to my house after school, knocked on the door, and said to my mother, at that time, my government named Bernard, could he come out to fight? You know what I'm saying? And our mothers was different. You got to understand that a lot of these individuals, they being raised by women. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the uncle, it ain't the big cousins around when you go and drink they juice that they left in the refrigerator and put right. Because these are the first ones that lay the laws. My big cousins, they laid the law down, so I knew what to do and what not to do. And those laws was about respect. We don't got no respect no more. Even in the nation, knowledge, look, listen, observe. But the most important thing is the respect. I'm never going to come in your house or your kingdom and act like it's mine. You might have to say, boy, and be like, yo, Shad, you done been here a million times. God, go in the refrigerator and get something. But out of respect, because like my mom's always told me, manners will carry you places that money can't. They confusing the whole reality of what gangsterism is. And especially in our community, because young growing up, the gangsters was the ones that protected you. I was an only child, but when I get in a beef with somebody else from the project or another project or something I can't handle, and I tell my OGs, they gonna be out there after school waiting to make sure it ain't no jump. The same thing where, like the brother was saying about being a man, manhood got to be established that wherever you go or whoever you are, you got to stand up for yourself first. My OGs, you come into the jail system or whatever, and niggas is handling you, and you not willing to fight back or do whatever, they gonna stand right there and let you get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
So
Facts. That's a
these
fact.
One
things,
thing real quick, y'all.
That's it.
So guess what? All of y'all that's been in the tank have seen. You've all seen a few niggas came to jail, didn't bother nobody, didn't join shit, went home.
Yep.
No, but
Men.
I
Men.
also saw no, but
Men.
I also
saw the same dudes get
I also
punished and
saw
bullied.
it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation. I seen a guy one time I was on State Road. It was this guy, he was a Haitian older guy, and it's messed up because my homie had pretty much got this guy in the tight predicament. He fell back, bro. He was a credit card scamming guy. And I talked to him. I always talk. You know how it is when you're in jail. You might talk to somebody that's not on the same type time as you, but it just take you to a whole different element of life. And we talked he told me about he was teaching me about Forex and stuff like that. So you know how it is like on State Road or in jail, period. Well, State Road, you know how it might be. You might have 8 people that's chilling in the hut. This might be your circle. You know, the block is open. So one time we over House of Corrections and child was going out. A guy that I know from my neighborhood had just came on the block. I had already introduced him, like, yeah, this is my guy from the streets. So at House of Corrections, you get child is not on the block. It's a medium custody joint. You spin off the block. He stayed back and took some commissary out the guy hut that we was in. He took a box of cakes. So when we came back, the young boy was looking for that was my young boy from down 16th and Susquehanna. His name was Nafis. He like, damn, I'm missing a box of nutty bars. My man that I had introduced to everybody, he told the dude Nafis that, yo, it was Dre. I seen Dre going in your hut. When he was saying that, it didn't click because this guy was about 40. His wife came to visit him faithfully every week, bro. I'm thinking in my head like, yo, that wouldn't have happened. It was another guy that came in the hut. He tortured him just from the rip off of what my man said. Come to find out, somebody else saw my man in the doggone phone room eating the dude cakes. Like, yo, I saw main man stand back in the block. He was in the phone room eating nutty bars. So the word had got out, and then
that was a bold dude.
It was. And he, you know what I'm saying? He had me looking crazy. They like, Twiz, I got love for you. Your man out of pocket though. So that my man ended up getting scared. So when they was opening the block up, he asked the seal, like, can y'all get me off this block? I'm like, damn, bro, like you making my name look crazy. But
yeah.
So that's just a prime example. He minded his business. So sometimes you can get caught in the tight predicament, but overall, the real G's protect the people that stay out the way.
Yeah,
especially like the older guys. But it is some incidents where you can be in a tight predicament, even if you're a good person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah. I did 10 years behind some shit like that. Minding my fucking business.
Yo, F-bombs, but yo, let me say something. People that think that we're talking violence. We're not talking about. Let me tell you something. Where I'm from, man, in order for me to get home from school and get home to the projects, I had to walk through an Italian hood called Peterstown, where a bunch of Italians was. And every time we came past, either we fought or we had to run. So we was forced to protect ourselves, defend ourselves, and defend our people.
That sounds like South Philly.
We
South
was
Philly,
forced
in the 70s.
we had, yo, I'm talking about this is in the 80s. I'm 40, I'll be 49 this month. This was in the 80s and the early 90s. It took from the 80s to the early 90s for us to, because now from the 80s to the early 90s, now we getting money. Now we walking through this on purpose because we want smoke now. We walking slow rolling through there.
We started doing that too.
Slow rolling through there. I dare you.
Yeah.
And everybody was scared. Everybody was talking about, the mob this, the mob that. I'm talking about the older heads, right? The older than us, like our uncles and stuff. Like, oh, you know they part of the mafia. But what I thought, man, I'm God. I'm God in these streets. F a mafia. The true and living God's the mafia. Yo, to keep it real, word is bond. In Philly, the black mafia family was extorting the Italian mafia, making them pay rent.
Let's talk about it. Let's
Do
talk
you know
about
why the
it.
JBM even formed? Do you know why they even formed in the first place? For that exact reason that you're talking about.
Now I'm talking about the original Philly black mob.
That's what I be trying to tell about these niggas in Detroit about that black mafia shit. Like that's stolen property, dog.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now let's talk about the black mafia in Philly. Let's not forget you had the oh man, I can't even remember the name of the family.
We had the black mafia in New Jersey too.
But the Italians, what it was the Italians had stuff so established that the black mafia came out like, we got to feed the black community. And if anybody know anything about the Italian mob, they were very racist against black people. Besides, even when they did business with them, they still had racism. But Joey Merlino wave fell around the junior black mafia. Now the black mafia was around before, like when Joey Merlino was still a pup. Like, you know, I'm talking about when Sam Christian and all them was going out there. It was a whole different John back then. So the black mafia family that's where, you know what I'm saying, that's when Islam and all that had hit the Philly, and we can talk about like the Temple number 12 and all of that, and the Do For Self wave and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? So those is like, you know what I'm saying, it's just so much history, man. We can go on for days.
That's why I tell everybody, that's why we formed, that's why black people got together and formed drug cartels, drug crews, block crews, you know what I'm saying? Because we had to protect each other.
For our people.
Yeah, it was empowerment, because check this out. You can't go to war with no money.
No, can't. You got to be able to move around and leave when you can. And leave on a dime. It costs a lot of money just up and leave on a dime.
Yeah.
Thousands.
So that's why a lot of us start selling drugs, start getting money, as well as they fed poison our community. They poisoned our community with that heroin. That heroin was the worst thing that ever happened to the black community, bro.
Crack,
not crack,
yeah,
not
crack.
The heroin. I'm saying the heroin at first.
It depends on where you at. If you in Harlem, it was heroin, nigga. If you in North Philly, crack, nigga. Crack cocaine changed the way the auto industry made cars. There isn't a car on earth with an antenna on it right now.
Yo, when I lived
crack
out south,
did that.
Yeah,
when I had lived out southwest, I was staying back Yoakum Street. It was my two best friends back then, Snoop and Skitty. Yo, they moms both. I mean, both of their parents was on heroin, but they was functional. Like, you know, when they was on their shop, because they'd be dozing off, but they was there for their kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's your way. I'm telling you, listen, let me tell you something, bro. I've never seen a functional heroin addict. Now, I've seen functional cokeheads. I even seen a few functional crackheads, but I never seen a functional heroin addict. The reason I'm gonna say that is because even though they functional, they working, all the money is going to that heroin because that's a physical dependency. That's a physical dependency.
Hey, hold on, one second, bro. Let me address what Bourne just said, right? Coming out of those eras, right? I seen alcoholic mothers, I seen the heroin mothers of the 60s, right? But when crack hit, that's when motherhood went by the wayside. And like the brother said about functional mothers, you know, and I lived amongst those mothers that, you know what I'm saying, at the first or the third, they still made sure if they ain't do nothing but go to the corner store and get a loaf of bread, some cheese, some chicken wings or whatever. But I done seen, you know, my man, I was in the Bronx one time when I first learned about the game. This around 85. My man Black, right? Somebody came into the spot. They had a spot called 25 West where they used to gamble up there on Jerome and Burnside. And they told my man Black, they said, yo, Black, you better go up the street to an abandoned building. We think your baby is in there, right? So my man Black left, went up the street, and sure enough, his infant child was in the building alone. He got his child, came back out, found the mother, and this is the illest shit I ever see. You know what I'm saying? He went until he found her and brought her back on the block and found the stray, I never forget the color of the dog, white and black, and made her get on her knees and suck the divine I see kingdom of a dog because he left her, you know, his seed in the abandoned building. So once again, to say to what's going on right now, this is the residue because mothers, fathers, especially black fathers, a lot of us, we've been raised, whether our fathers died, got killed, or decided to leave, our mothers were still our nurturers. But once the mother is no longer the nurturer to the child, and the child, once again, I keep stating this because this is what we got going on. They don't know what unconditional love is. And without love, bro, you know it can't be nothing but hate. And that's what's going on with us. We hating each other. And one more line I'm going to add and let your brothers keep building is that even when we deal with the penitentiary was always another form of mental training. Most of us, when we got in there, brothers were teaching you about Anthony Bottoms, the Black Liberation Army, this, that, and the third. Nowadays, the youth has overpopulated the old heads. So a lot of that structure or the things, of course, you had booty bandits, you had all type of individuals, but you had those individuals that were strong and they was trying to make your mind get off of that fucking nonsense, excuse me, and ignorance, and, you know, come back to who you are and go back out there a better person than you came in. Because like you said, boy, a lot of them that you was meeting back then in your youth going through that, they wasn't never going to hit the streets anymore. So they was trying to put something to keep you from coming back in there, where nowadays it's just the young running wild. And they bringing it right back out to the streets or sending it back out there.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah,
Like, it's a fact. And like I was saying, so before we got off topic, the topic I was on, the reason I went on this topic about Wack 100 Luce Cannon, caught lying again, right, is about the way they, I don't know if you've seen this. I'm going to let you see this, Reese from Philly. I want you to see this. Now, you tell me if this got some sucker stuff. You tell me that this young man deserved this. I want you to check this out. Let me see, what is it at? Which one is it? Which one is it? Right here. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Now look at this. This man, he went up there to do a business deal with these guys, right? Wack 100 Luce Cannon. And this is what happened.
Who's who?
Wack 100 wanted the backpack on. You're gonna see him as he go up. Wack 100 got the backpack on his back.
Oh, his man hit him.
Yeah, Wack 100 man hit this guy. Now look at this. Because he didn't like the deal they was offering. Look, look at that. Look.
He got a gun, yo?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Who's getting beat up?
His best friend. That's his best friend getting beat up. The minister, the pastor. That's a pastor right there. That's a pastor right there. That's a pastor right there.
That's why I can't, bro. That's why I can't, bro. That's why I can't stand niggas, bro. I can't stand niggas.
Hey, hold on. And then
now pause that.
Pause it right now.
Watch this, right? Now watch this. I go put 100 shots to his motherfucking grandmother's front window, and everybody's mad at me.
Don't involve me. I just tell what you're saying.
Everybody mad at me because I was minding my business, wasn't bothering you. You hit me. Now I'm doing yo, man. Niggas like this ruin the neighborhood. They ruin people's lives, dog. They ruin people's lives.
I don't know if it's just me or I was just raised a different way because I see faults on every angle. The first fault I see is that the guys that went to go see Luce Cannon and Wack 100. Because anybody know about them? They out there clout chasing like a mug, and then you got somebody like you got somebody like Luce Cannon and Wack 100 where they back against the wall because people calling them out and saying they not like that. My whole thing is this. I'm not, yeah, so they get called out a lot. Like, oh, you this, they get called informants and all types of stuff. So they got a point to prove.
This is their rites of passage.
Exactly. Like this my whole situation. If it's somebody in Philly, I'm not gonna be up here like bro, I'm gonna meet you here. I'm not giving you a chance to line nothing up. I'd rather catch you off guard. That's the best way to catch somebody off guard.
It wasn't about that. What it was about, they was talking about doing a deal. That's what it was, a deal. They was doing business. This
Right,
guy
they
was
were trying to do something beneficial to one another to where they both can eat. Wow.
And he came up there to see a dude named Mozzie that was supposed to have been working out a deal with him with somebody else. He even stated that he went in there and shake hands with Adam first. So they all trying to act like they don't know what's going on, and Wack is trying to spin it a whole nother way. But if you can see, and this is why we all say that you could tell suckers, because you don't get no points off of doing something to somebody that you know that you could do that to and just get away with it. The man was 5'9", 160 pounds, 50 years old.
5'7".
But if I'm allowed to say,
all that and above, he didn't deserve for them to do what you do. And on top of that, with a gun, you knew that them dudes, if they came walking around in there, you already knew what type of caliber individuals they was. So that was on some impress me, stuff that's going to totally backfire, because if you think that white boy Adam is going to allow his channel to be affected by this, and that's why Wack is screaming out, which Born showed earlier, about don't text me, have you call me directly. That man ain't trying to be associated with that. And you got individuals now that's saying it, and I'm just keeping it real right now. And all of us is real gangsters. But if I catch any of them sucker dudes out there that got some money and they want to put their hands on me, I'll take a little smack, a black eye, or whatever, and I'm going straight to the court with a lawsuit, and I'm gonna get me some bread. You know what I'm saying? But any of that other stuff,
see, my thing about the whole thing is like, look, B, it's like this, B. Like, if you're gonna look at the situation as a whole, the man, like you keep saying, Born, he came up there to conduct business, right? So being that he came up there to conduct business, he even went so far as to bring a man of the cloth with him, right? So he wasn't thinking it was on some of that. It's like we handling business. So if you was handling some gangster stuff, why would you bring a man of the cloth with you? So they're
trying to say that part right there ain't necessarily true, that the dude wasn't a pastor or whatever, but both of them dudes
look, he don't even have to be a pastor. Let's just go so far to say he's ordained.
Right.
Let's just go that far.
They not goons.
You don't got to be a pastor. You could be ordained.
Hey,
you could
can I
just
speak on something, bro?
No, Big E in the building. We got Compton. Big E in the building.
We got West Coast all in the building.
Salute.
West Coast all in the building.
Salute. What it do? But let me speak on this real quick. This is the crazy part that don't nobody seem to realize. None of them cats can go to nobody hood and do that nobody hood. They can't go to 60s and do that. Wack can't even go to his own hood and do that.
Let's talk about
but they're trying to convince the world that they so tough. They sold it over this past summer. We all saw it. The 6-0 had their hood day, right? Now y'all know, y'all been seeing all the characters that was putting all this paperwork, this, that, and the third. People had problems with Big U, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, on their hood day, all them dudes was front and center. Did anybody show up? No, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They don't be in nobody's hood. Like,
they're not taking that up.
I'm all over out here.
They're not taking that up to Santa Barbara. They're not taking that to Vlad.
No, but they're not bringing it nowhere though. What I'm saying is, I be from Compton to 6-0 all through West LA. Them dudes ain't nowhere around to be seen. You see what I'm saying? How you so gangster, but you ain't nowhere except none of them dudes is nowhere where them hitters be at. They not gonna be on Crenshaw and Slauson. They not gonna be on Crenshaw and Florence. They not gonna be on 10th Ave. They not gonna be on Western. They not gonna be nowhere in between. Wack not gonna be at Gonzalez Park. Wack not going to Ludus Park. Hell, Wack not even going to Enterprise Park. He ain't going around none of them dudes where them real Pyrus is at.
See, I
He
don't
ain't
see
going
that.
to Campanella Park. They
I
ain't
don't
going
see
to
them,
none of them.
but my thing, I don't see them doing that to an Adam 22. I don't see them doing that to Vlad.
But the
Fighting their way
thing,
through the
but the
security
but the
and all of that,
but the
ganging up
thing,
30,
but
40
the
deep on Vlad. I don't see that happening.
but no, but what Big E is saying is these guys out here trying to. For one, it's like if you talking that street stuff, a street guy not gonna go up and put hands on Adam 22. They're not gonna put hands on them type of guys.
But Adam 22 is profiting off of your
No,
street stuff.
but at the end of the day, what he trying to say is they be on Clubhouse and stuff like that. They talking about credible guys, that street guys like Big U. The whole thing was, you gotta remember, Luce Cannon was Big U homie. That was his young boy, whatever you want to call it, where they was all in the group. Wack 100, you know what I'm saying, was also a friend of Big U. Big U is a guy that's allegedly still active outside. So while they sit up there saying all this about Big U, they would never pull up on somebody like Big U. Like they never pulling up on nobody that's credible of what they claim to be. And then, at the end of the day, you got somebody like Luce Cannon that his own brother was bombing on him. His own brother shot him.
Check
His
this out.
bro,
Check this out.
maybe I got an
This
East
is what
Coast
I'm
frame of
saying,
mind.
bro.
Maybe I got an East Coast frame of mind because I look at it like this. All right, you can say whatever you want to say, but you're not, like I said before, you're not interfering with any money. So you talking about Big U and talking about this and saying that. Like, ain't nobody losing no coin over that. Nobody losing no money over that. So it's like,
No,
what's the
but
real
listen what I'm
fighting for?
saying,
Like,
bro.
and not just
Listen what
that,
I'm saying.
not
I'm
just that.
saying in this context here. I'm
I
saying it
know,
like
and not
this.
just that.
You
I don't
want
see
people to
that
think
same
you
energy.
tough,
I don't see that same
right?
energy towards anybody white.
But
That's
if you
that's
You
abusing the
right, but
system.
you right. You 100% right. You 100% right. I agree with you 1000%. But what I'm saying is, if you want people to think you tough, then you need to go down in the trenches where them
exactly,
dudes is at. You get what I'm saying? Or if you
exactly.
really want to impress me, jump in the air and stay there, motherfucker. Then I'll be impressed. But
No, you
if you
really
want
want
to
to
try to
impress
prove
me.
how
Let me
gangster
see
you
you go
are,
to a
go where they at.
neighborhood where we all know you can't go. Certain parts of, let's just say, certain parts of Brooklyn where it's heavily, packed with who. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to call them any derogatory
Yeah,
terms,
I
but
get you. But
the
that's what I'm
Jays. Let's just
saying.
call
You
them the
not
Jays.
tough.
You ain't going to the Jays doing that. You're not. You're not
Right.
going.
You're
You
not
understand where
going
I'm going?
nowhere around them. Nowhere. But you tough.
Hey,
But you got the same energy for
hold on
somebody to
1
look
minute,
just
right?
like you.
The cat Jay Reed just said up on the show that him and the cat Luce Cannon was locked up together years
That was his
ago.
friend.
And,
They was
and, and
friends.
he said that he didn't look at Luce Cannon like that, that all Luce Cannon was one of them dudes that made, individuals laugh. So if he already had some prior association with that man, then why would he be so quick to just clap off on him like that? This is
Exactly.
somebody and that you
Hold
was
on.
in jail
And
with.
check this out. And not only that, they was in Vegas together with their wives having dinner in Vegas, all of them.
Wow.
A couple of months ago.
Wow.
They was hugged up in pictures. So I'm gonna tell you what it is with Wack 100. Before I show Luce Cannon's brother, I'm gonna tell you what it is with Wack 100. Wack 100 didn't get what he wanted from that deal. Old boy probably said, nah, man, that deal ain't right, man. I can't do that deal. So Wack 100 told Luce, if he don't give us what we want this deal, still on this dude. So as soon as he was looking at the phone, looking at that deal, he was like, nah, he was telling him that deal ain't look right. Wack 100 backpedaled out the way so Luce could fire on him. They got pictures together, hugged up.
nigga got Wack in his name though. Like, what you expect?
I don't even think it's that, Born. I think that these guys are so shady that the guy could have came with it. He could have came and brought them, bro, a dish of food. They just used it for the lineup. Because you got to remember, at the end of the day, if we pay attention, they was recording before the dude even teed off on him. Before he even started throwing punches, somebody was sitting and recording. That let you know they was plotting that already.
That cameraman was on point too.
Yeah.
He ain't missed nothing.
Hold on. And the police ain't gonna miss that neither.
The average person that record a fight, the fight is already going on. These guys, that guy that was recording it, bro, he was in the cut already recording way before. And those two people felt obviously comfortable enough. It's no different than if me, Born, and Big E meet up, and I'm coming, I'm like, oh, it's all love, and I'm talking, and then Big E start treating me out the class. It's like, goddamn, I thought we was, you know what I'm saying, and anybody could get knocked out. We ain't gonna get it, no matter how.
Especially if you get stole like that.
Not even a giggle about it, but it was a bad situation because not only did they do that, it was you know, they overdid it. Like if it was a situation, it's like
gun.
Then
they
you
got
can see
the
that
pistol whipping them.
Yeah,
they
then you
strip
can
these niggas. They robbed us. They took their jewelry, their watches. They took their clothes off their back.
And then
I know they did all that. God damn.
Even the pastor guy.
Yeah, they stripped him.
His back was on the wall. He was already. It's like, oh man, like I'm talking about. Like, come on, man. Like, and that's why I said on the last stream you ran, Born. How can we talk to the youth when the older guys, the OGs, is putting stuff out and doing stuff like this on the internet? Like, do we got any hope?
Age, man.
Yeah, but them niggas ain't OGs though. That's what I'm saying. Look, listen.
That's Luce Cannon. Hold on. Pause up, Biggie. This is Luce Cannon brother. I want you to hear what Luce Cannon brother had to say about his twin brother. They twin brothers. Now, just listen to what we had to say real quick. Then we're going to get back into the conversation. I want y'all to check this out.
For a couple of years. So I've been in reality TV for a couple of years. He was in the music side of the industry, known as Luce Cannon. The thing about his name, Luce Cannon, he never got it from the internet. We grew up watching wrestling, right? So his favorite wrestler was Luce Cannon, Brian Pillman. And that's where he named himself Luce Cannon. So I think that when he found out, you know, the accolades of the other Luce Cannon, that's when, you know, he threw those accolades on himself.
Now, I'm aware of the rest of Luce Cannon that
brother, right?
Yes, Luce Cannon, twin brother. His twin brother.
So this is his twin brother right here, because I seen somebody said that Luce Cannon said he ain't get hit. But that came out of Luce Cannon's mouth himself, said that this the same brother that had, you know, put a bullet through him allegedly. You know what I'm talking about? And he's exposing, you know what I'm saying, who this guy Luce Cannon is. And that's why I said that them two guys, they got so much of a point to prove because their backyard is so, it's so, you know what I'm saying?
It's filthy. It's filthy.
Exactly.
There you go.
Talking about that Luce Cannon
This is
spelled
fair
Luce,
use, fair use, fair use.
Loose.
Yeah.
Now, the Luce Cannon that I grew up with, he spells it Luce. And it just so happens that your brother Termaine is spelling Luce Cannon
the same
way as my boy been spelling it since, I don't know, 30 years or plus.
Yeah, because I guess because when he, you know, probably Googled Luce Cannon, you know, he seen the accolades of your homeboy Luce Cannon. So he put those same accolades on himself. That's why he probably like, because he was going by Luce Cannon before, since we was younger. But like you said, it was Loose.
Okay, well, when you guys were younger, you guys are younger than the Luce Cannon that I know. He's in his 50s.
Yeah.
You guys are in your early 40s, if I got that correct.
41.
41. You guys will be 42 this year, correct? Now, you said you guys grew up in L.A. I was talking to one of your sisters, and she said that you guys spent a lot of time out in Fontana and another city.
We moved to Fontana in our 12th grade year. Like I said,
Wow. 12th grade?
Yeah, 12th grade. Yeah.
Okay.
So we moved out. We got kicked out of LA County. We was doing a lot of reckless stuff, fighting, doing all type of stuff in LA. They kicked us out. My mom was in a good position where she was able to move us out of the, out of the hood, which I say it was a blessing in disguise because we was able to graduate, went to college. I brought the stuff.
Oh, y'all heard that, right?
College.
Yeah. Y'all heard that, right? Luce Cannon tough ass with the college. He wasn't a street nigga, y'all.
Facts.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Listen to this.
Back to the hood, and taught them, how to open up businesses, start their LLCs. I do a lot of stuff with the homies that I grew up with. It's not like we was, out the hood and we never went back to the hood. We just was fortunate to be out the hood and be able to graduate and learn different things. So I took my knowledge that I learned from not being in the hood and staying in trouble and took it back to the hood. So I have friends that I grew up with that we do businesses with. We start businesses. They help me. I help them out with their businesses. I do their accounting work. I do all that.
All right, well, let's go back to you said you guys. So did you guys both go to school together all your years?
No, we were so bad. They kept us separated. They kept us. I'll go to one junior high. He'll go to one junior high. I go to one high school. I'll go to another high school. The only time we got that opportunity is when we moved to Fontana and we went to school our last year of high school. And we graduated, went to college, did everything we were supposed to do.
So you did high school in Fontana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our 12th grade year.
Just the 12th grade year?
Just the 12th grade year.
Did any high school in Los Angeles?
Yeah. We went to Hawthorne High.
Okay, yeah.
Salute and
salute. See,
and,
there you go.
And salute the Luce, Luce Cannon brother, man. Shout out to him. Even though he extra loose over there, man ain't got no cotton on his feet in that joint.
Born. Hey, let me tell y'all something. They went to Hawthorne High. Now you can ask my man that said he from A-Trade. His peoples didn't want them to go to Crenshaw. That's why they went to Hawthorne High. Back then, like Hawthorne High was like kind of neutral school. That's what kind of like the fake gangsters went. And then if you went to Fontana, nigga, it ain't nothing in Fontana. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta Fontana is a ways away from the hood. So nigga, if you went to Hawthorne High and then from Hawthorne High you went to Fontana, you couldn't have been in the trenches. Cause what I'm saying, look, there's spots around you would see these dudes you know what I'm talking about, like the Louisiana on Manchester and Normandy. You be done ran into that nigga there. You be done ran into him at the Louisiana on Crenshaw and Slauson, Hungry Harold's. If you don't see these dudes around, you know what I'm saying? If you don't see these dudes around the spots, like all the neighborhood spots where you really see everybody, them niggas don't be over there. Born, I told you, I got a son on 67th and Arlington. I be over there all the time. You know what I'm saying? Before they shut it down, I was getting my herb right there on Western and right over there by Jesse Owens Park. You know what I'm saying? They shut it down. If you don't see them dudes just around town, they don't be in the hood around town though. They don't be out there, bro. His people sent them to Hawthorne so they wouldn't be caught up with what going on at Crenshaw. And then if y'all got kicked out of Hawthorne High and you had to go to Fontana, you wasn't kicking no dust up around the real ones. Because the real ones didn't get transferred. You know what I'm saying? The real ones went to the schools that was right there in their neighborhood. That's a fact. Ask anybody in LA. Nigga, how the hell you living in 6-0, but you going to Hawthorne High? Bro, Hawthorne High is on El Segundo, over there on El Segundo and Aviation. It ain't even close to 6-0. Back then, it wasn't really no gangs in Hawthorne like that. So your people, your people kept you safe. Nigga, you wasn't out there in them trenches like that.
brother from LA, right? And I'm gonna say this to you too, Born, cause see this is what be happening to us a lot of time. Cause I heard Born laugh when he said about going to college in 1980.
No, listen, I'm not laughing about the case, but listen, that's what
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it in no way. I'm just saying as far as adding my perspective or my experience. You know what I'm saying? 1980, I decided to leave because, like I told you, Born, I played ball, and a lot of us that was growing up, most of the ball players and everything, when we decided we wasn't going to be in the NBA and that go everywhere, it was either you get into the game or whatever, you do the rap thing or whatever, and we set the tone for that. But what I'm gonna say is, 1980, I was running crazy out there. The old guard minister had put a battery in my back. I mean, I'm flying off the handle. You know what I'm saying? So I had a choice of staying in New York and going to Pace, Queens. I could have went out to Stony Brook with my team and all that shit like that. But I knew at that point in my life, I had to get away because either I was going to kill somebody or somebody was going to kill me. So I left and went to get my degree down there in North Carolina. And I waited till my junior year. I came home for Easter break. I was selling weed the whole time. So I went and got me 2 pounds of weed. And I had heard my OGs was back home from like the mid-70s when they was catching them 5, 6, and 7 year bigs. So my dumb ass takes a 25 automatic and put it in my back pocket. And I go downstairs and I'm in the hallway. We rapping all this black political shit, this, that, and the third, and we had 2 cops in the neighborhood that used to roll together. One was named Jack, and Jack used to hit all the chicks in the project. And another one, we called them Porgy, right? So when they came into the vestibule back then in New York, in the housing and the projects and everything, most of the cops, especially the ones that knew you, they would give you a warning and tell you to get out of the hallway, or when we come back, we're gonna write you a ticket or lock you up. So I'm figuring it's the same routine. But my man Porgy got a rookie white boy cop with him. So when they come into the hallway, 2 of my OGs that just came home, they get it off the rip. But so happily, I was in the hallway with my super OG, like I said, from back in the days, right? Because they had the Black Messiahs, and the Black Messiahs every time. See, and I got so much shit because they killed my man Randolph Evans, the police, in 1976. So all of us always had something against the police. But anyway, the Black Messiahs, they was on it. When you killed one of us, they was putting in work. And I ain't gonna mention his name, but he beat a police body. So by him being in the hallway, that intensified the situation. And instead of him telling us to leave out the hallway, he sucked the rookie cop on me. He checked me the first time and he missed the 25, but when he came back up, he found the 25, and when they would put me in handcuffs, we go into the car. I broke down like a little girl. I'm crying like, yo, Porgy, how you gonna do this to me, man? I'm going to college, Porgy. I made it out, man. You can let this one slide. Of course, he didn't let it slide. But the moral of the story is that I'm saying that I went from one environment into the other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being in college, but now when I come back to the jungle, what's the first thing on my mind? To adjust to the jungle. I had no business in my junior year in college, most likely to succeed in everything. And I threw that shit away in one split second because y'all all know that once they give us the F, the F stand for failure, man. Now they got the room to now allow you to be able to work and do anything for yourself, except for come back out there and be in the game. I know in North Carolina, you could go to jail for rape, you could go to jail for murder or anything and come home and they'll give you food stamps. But if you go to jail for hustling and you come back home, you can't get no food stamp. So that's saying, yo, nigga, go back out to the block and hustle some more so we can knock your head off. And the bails, bondsmen, the court, the lawyers, everybody gonna get paid one way or another. And this is why we gotta change the direction of the thinking. It's all about the mindset. As long as we can't get the kids, because y'all all know back in them times and up to the shit that's going on now, the children was always protected, even in the jungle. The woman and the children are supposed to be protected. You know, so these are the things that we gotta get past, because just like these dudes right here, it ain't nothing wrong with your moms and pops moving you out the hood. Nobody wants to live nowhere where my child got to go out to go to school and I got to worry about them getting a bullet because of some ignorant, individual that's carrying a gun and is not using the gun. Most white people, they got guns for protection. They got guns for if you come in to take something from them. Where did we get to the point now where you get punched in the face and all you thinking about doing is killing somebody? Or like y'all say, even less than that, they trolling on YouTube, on social media, and now this shit turned into a murder.
I think the issue now that we also got too is what a lot of people push, and that's that content over everything. There's no separation on nothing right now, bro. Like sometimes it can be situations you might see on the internet where something might be going down and somebody might randomly be recording it. That's that, but you can tell from that situation, bro, that whole situation was lined up. And then they also do a lot of government work on them Jones. They be talking about people open cases and all of that. Like I don't know. I don't know how these guys can do that, because certain places where you from, bro, I'll be damned, bro. Like if you from a certain area and somebody know you going to a certain studio to run a podcast, bro. Like if somebody pulling up on that type time, it's not even no talking, bro. It's just gonna get nasty out there, John. But the whole thing is, you got people now that's in the streets where they value the dollar so much that they will, bend and turn corners for the value of the dollar. And I think that's what people see when they deal with like Wack 100 and Luce Cannon. Because other than that, bro, I can't see it no other way, bro. It's like
Yeah,
impossible.
but but it's like kind of going to what my man was just saying, bro. Everybody like brother, the best fighters in history have lost fights. When you really look at it, especially these cats get online, nobody never took a loss. Nobody never lost a fight. Niggas was born with silver spoons in their mouth. So when they take them L's, you know what I'm saying? It's like they don't know how to handle it like a man. See, I'm 55. It was a lot of men that was around back then. Part of being a man, bro, is knowing when to swallow your pride. You know what I'm saying? You remember, it's like that song, The Gambler. We knew when to hold and knew when to fold. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like these little young dudes today, they really high off emotion. Like, for us, like it was certain dudes that used to hit that wet and all that, but we drank 40, smoke a little weed. These little niggas now is on lean, Xanax, Percocets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas is out their mind.
Hey, yo, Big E, hold on one second. Yo, Big E, hold on one second. I want to what Anthony Terrell said. The camera is pointing dead at them. You don't hear no argument at all. He just snuck Jay for no reason. It's crazy because Jay Reed is a solid, good dude. Jay Reed has been out of gang life over a decade.
See?
And also what you said, Big E, like you said, you also got to remember the things that you name that they taking. It's not even, for one, we know that the taking certain stuff can fog your cloud of thinking, period. But the stuff these young boys taking these days, 9 times out of 10 is cut anyway. On top of the cloud that they would get, they getting stuff that's cut and it's turning them into something else.
Man,
They
so
doing Suboxones where y'all
They
from?
smoking K2.
Yo, is they doing Suboxones where y'all from?
Yeah, they doing some boxes. They smoking K2. They
What
on
about
all
horse
that,
tranquilizer?
Yeah, out here in Philly. That's heavy in Philly right now. Horse
Yeah, I wonder
tranquilizer.
if it's anywhere else. Though.
Yeah, there's other places. There's other places. It's in Jersey, but it's not heavy. It's like the South Jersey. I never heard it in North Jersey. It's South
Yo,
Jersey,
when
Philly.
these niggas be talking about their hood, and then I show them videos of Kensington, they be dumbfounded, yo.
Hey Reese, I had to get rid of a lot of videos on my channel because YouTube they demonetized me. But when I first started off, it was only me and one other guy. We was doing vlogs in Kensington, but we wasn't just going down there cutting through. We was interviewing people. I think his name was ATG
I used to
Films.
watch that channel. I noticed that it's gone.
Yeah. So I still got my channel, but I had to get rid of a lot of content because I didn't understand. I had like a lot of raw and uncut footage on there.
No,
They was
there
on
is
them
no
joints
other
shooting up.
neighborhood on the planet like Kensington. Nowhere. There's
But
nowhere you can walk a
open
mile
drug
and not
market.
see a normal human being. Nowhere.
But Reese, you know, you older than me. You a OG. You remember when it wasn't bad like that? I remember going down.
Nah, that was
Kensington
before
there.
me. Kensington been bad like that for a long time, bro.
No, it wasn't bad.
Not that
like,
bad. You're right. You're right.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah,
that
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
In the
I'm-
Rocky days, yeah, you're right.
But even early 2000s, like around like I want to say like 2003 and all that, the Fetty wasn't out there like that. It got real bad, probably like around like between 07, 08. That's when you seen the shift. That's when you could tell they start putting that Fetty out there.
Yo, that's a dead part of the earth, yo. There aren't even any businesses opening around there. Only thing open is a bank and places to eat.
Hey, I interviewed the guy out Kensington, and he was from Jersey, but he had owned the barber shop, and he had said, you know, he had it started with the perks and all of that, but just like if y'all know the rapper from Philly, K Dot the Showstopper, and a lot of people from Philly that was on the perks, and then the perks was getting hit with the Fetty, and then they couldn't get their hands on them Fetty perks. They go right down there, and then that was that feeling. I had a short film and I had to delete too. It was based around that. It was based around somebody that got shot up, and then they got prescribed the perks. When the doctor stopped prescribing them those Johns, they started getting them on the streets. But when they got them on the streets, that was around the time when they started hitting them Johns. They start hitting them perks with the Fetty, start molding their own pills.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Hold on a second. Anthony Terrell, Wack 100 live in Vegas. He might got a resident. Wack 100 live in New Jersey, Bergen County, New Jersey. He lived around the corner from DJ K. Slay in Jersey.
Wack got a couple cribs. Wack got a couple cribs. We know for sure.
Yeah, but what he's saying is, but he don't like for all the stuff that he taught. He can't go nowhere. He can't go nowhere in none of them neighborhoods. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's crazy how he talk the way he talk, but then you don't want to go see none of the real cats. You see what I'm saying? Like old boy said, he said he what 5'7", 160. He wasn't on no demon time. But there's plenty of dudes out there who you started all that stuff with. You know what I mean? That, bro, they will be down to take your challenge. You know what I'm saying? All y'all got to do is pull up, drop your addy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Bro, look, everybody out here getting to their bag.
No, I think
Everybody
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about back in the day how it used to be. The Crips used to be the real money getters that I know. Like the Bloods and and I'm from Jersey, the Bloods got money. You know what I'm saying? The Crips was little.
Nah, but see, Born, I don't know. But see, I don't know, bro. Fat Rat had money. Manpower had money. You know, it was, bro. It was some Bloods and some Parus that had money. Like, look, I put it to you like this: them Saturday nights and them Sunday evenings going down Crenshaw. Nigga, the Damus used to have they low riders and they BMWs, they trucks, they was out there representing, Born. I mean, you know what I mean? I can't really say that, bro. Everybody was having money, especially like one of y'all brought up the crack era. Bro, if you was around during that era, bro, everybody had money. Like, Everybody had money. The Inglewood family dudes had money. Like say, like when the Lakers, when Magic was doing all that winning, you going up and down Crenshaw, the Bloods was out there too. They had their money too. They like, I mean, it was bad, but everybody had their money. Like every hood was out here rolling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Born, you already know. I grew up in Compton, but the Fruittown niggas had money. The Pocket Hood niggas had money. The West Side Pyrus had money. The Nellis, everybody had money. Ludus Park niggas, everybody had money back then. Every hood was the Bounty Hunters. You name it. Like the Grape Streets, everybody, bro. Everybody had money. It wasn't like the Crips had the money and the Bloods was broke. Born it even back then. I don't know. That might be a little bit of cap there, bro. Everybody had money, and they was showing it too. Like any hood you went through, you seen low riders.
All right. I'm not from Cali. I'm just going by what I heard other Californians tell me.
Yeah, even right now, the jungle niggas is still got it going on right now. They still got it going on.
Long as you got fair in these streets, you get into a bag. It's
Shout out to the real Cali niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's no entity in these streets that don't got the fear of force and not getting to no type of dollar. You know what I'm talking about? That's just how it go.
Salute Jersey.
Hey, but you know what it seemed like to me? It seemed like sometimes we don't like, just as a whole, right? Like you hear how, like, say, brothers in New York feel like, well, I ain't saying everybody, but a lot of brothers in New York feel like if you live outside of New York, your opinion about rap ain't valid. A lot of say street cats, if you trying to be a Blood or a Crip outside of Cali, then we don't respect your blood nor your cripping. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, but hold up, bro. If we all in it together, like, bro, like what I'm saying is people took bits of New York, you know, the slang, the lingo. People took bits of Cali. We took bits. We all took some from each other. You get what I'm saying? Like the way you talk, the lingo. Like, say if New York came up with this saying first and it caught fire onto the nation, well, so what? I said. If somebody on the West Coast came up with a saying that caught fire, I said it first. Well, so what? We like it too, nigga. Now what? Or the same thing down south. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here that'll say shorty. Not saying like in just conversation, but I'm saying we all take lingo and got something from everybody across the country. It shouldn't be no big deal who came up with it first, bro. I mean, what's the sense in putting it out there if you're not trying to share it with the world?
Yo,
and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. Yo, God. Let me say something real quick, God. Now we talking about this. You know, we got Philly up here, we got Jersey up here, we got New York up here. Why was everybody all? No, I'm just talking about on the East Coast right now.
Okay.
Why was everybody trying to make us different from each other? Because we wasn't really different. We in the same area basically. We from an hour and some change away from each other. To be honest, I'm from Elizabeth. I'm 20 minutes from New York. 10, 15 minutes from New York. Philly is an hour from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's an hour and a half to get to New York. But you know what I'm saying? It was always like people thought that New York was bullying everybody. I never got that thought of New York bullying Jersey, because Jersey niggas was sterile. We had a lot of guys in Jersey, just like they had a lot of guys in New York, like I had a lot of NOI in Philly. So everybody was sterile. Everybody had their own time. You know what I'm saying?
But we my fault, Born. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm saying, but we also all consider East Coast. I think a big issue of it come from the hip hop. And it's crazy that Big E said that, because I never even paid that no attention or looked at it like that. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, when we talk about hip hop and all of that, it's no secret that New York was the gatekeepers of hip hop once upon a time. And that was against all of us as far as Jersey, Philly. You know what I'm saying? Even though we were so close to each other, you know, at one point, once upon a time, New York was the mecca of that. And then when West Coast had dropped with NWA and all of that, NWA was going so crazy that the East Coast start, on top of NWA, you had movies like Menace to Society and stuff like that. It impacted the East Coast so heavy to the point where you look up and you hear older guys from New York and even Jersey, like you, that remember that before the gangs, like the Bloods and Crips, came over Jersey and New York. You know what I mean? Where it just everything pretty much ran kind of in collateral. And then even to the South, where the South was like, we got a voice and stuff like that.
Mag, you're missing the town, baby. You can never forget Elizabeth Eastwick, nigga. You better put that before Camden when you're talking on my platform. Now, go ahead, man.
but I also think, all in all, it's still all love, because regardless of what people hear on platforms and stuff like that, it's always it's never like if Big E coming from Compton or the other OG from Cali, they come over to the East Coast, you gonna get embraced like that. The only thing I can say is, though, at the end of the day, that if you from Philly or New York, if you come over Cali, you got to be tapping in with somebody. It's not like that over here with like Jersey and Philly. It's all love when y'all coming over here, but when you come over there, it's like I got it. Like, yo, Big A, like I'm coming to LA, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that type of time where Big E would be able to already be over here and be like, yo, I'm out South Street, Twiz, like, you know what I'm saying? Jersey, I'm out West Philly. You dig what I'm saying? And it will already be that. But Cali is just a whole different, like, they just cut from a different cloth.
Yo, God, hold up, Marcel. God in the streets want to say something. God, let him know your righteous name, Lord.
My righteous name is Shabu. What I want to say to all that, right? It's not where you from, it's where you at. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the music was concerned, this is why I say they got it all confused, and on all these platforms and other things. I sent Born some footage of some of the things that was up on my channel where we was going at KRS-One, Chuck D, and now even the situation with Fat Joe. And the thing is that the nation, the 5% nation, is the seed fathers to hip hop, because that cipher and everything, they got that from the guards standing around what we call building and adding on to each other. The B-boy stance, that's our right over left, where we used to stand on the square. And so just like our teachings that was meant to be universal, you know what I'm saying, which we are, because we still got that slave mentality. A lot of us don't even know that we sisters and brothers, because we took on the names of our slave masters. So some of us that migrated north, some of us migrated to the west, you know, in the Midwest or whatever. And depending on what plantation we went on was what name that we got. So a lot of us don't even know that we blood family, because the whole thing is about divide and conquer. As long as they can keep us fighting amongst one another, you know what I'm saying, and causing confusion amongst one another, fighting, killing one another, then they master the whole situation. And even the poor whites that got the same common reality that we got, they still think they better, because we dealing with the form of pigmentation. I'm going to deal with a person, and you know, just like Martin Luther King said, you know what I'm saying? Don't judge a man by the color of his skin, but judge a man by character. Because there's been places that I've been in jams and I had Caucasians that came along and helped me. So that's why our teachings ain't about whether you pro-black or anti-white. We got to learn how to be able to get along with each other. But I'm pro-black to the extent that there's more ills that's going on in our community. And by us having a platform like this, it ain't like where we go, you know, the last Sunday of the month, and we have a parliament. It used to be packed when I was growing up. No standing room. You go to the churches, you go to all these places, and you don't see no youth no more, because the youth have become indoctrinated that it's all about getting this bag. It's all about us being out here feeling, you know what I'm saying, my chest is out because this is my block. That block gonna be here when you get here, and that block is definitely gonna be here where you going. And what I say to the crack era, and you know, I got a lot of bourgeois individuals that I be around, and they may not agree with this shit, but the reality of it is all ethnical groups came in there. Some of them got rich off of slavery. A lot of them got rich off of, you know, prohibition and everything else. Our problem was we made all that money and we put the gold chains on. We went to buy the foreign cars, you know, the chicks. It's all these things that get mixed up. And now somebody that was your brother yesterday, now you looking to kill him today. And these is ills that's going on all throughout the country. And like I tell individuals in the South or whatever, you know, you a bad man right here because you got a whole like little block of communities and houses. But those of us that have to grow up in those already pre-penitentiaries, because if you grow up in the project, how much of a difference is the cell block from your living quarters? Or when you walk out into the hallways with these bricks, how many of these projects now got big lights and everything shining at nighttime in them, just like if you upstate in a state prison? So this is
Your guy,
we
let me
got to
ask you a
deal with
question
the
real quick, guy.
mentality. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So I hear everybody talking about like how the mafia, how black people buy gold chains, and I hear you say gold chains and fly cars and the broads. Yo, but to be honest, the Italian mob was doing that in the 50s with their custom Italian suits. But they bring all these laws until the black man started making money. All these RICO laws, that's where they brought it. So they let the white man keep all their wealth. They let Costello family keep all their money. Lucky Luciano keep all their money. Maya Lasky family keep all their money. But they want to take the black man's money away from us because money is power.
Absolutely, boy. And see, when I say the gold chain, because that's our nature. You know, we know Mansa Musa was the richest man on the planet that took the pyramids in 1324 to Mecca with over 80, you know, 800 pounds on each, on 80 camels or whatever. So that's our nature. The only reason I put it in that perspective is that, you know, like even at one time when I was in there, I tried to get all the brothers that was out in the East that was getting money from different projects, instead of us beefing with each other just like Nikki did. They all came together, even though it was under that banner of, you know what I'm saying, making money in the heroin game. They still was able to pull their resources together. If we would have bought back those buildings when HUD was giving up buildings for $1 and all those things, look at the position that we would be in. Right now, downtown Medina, Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? You getting a 1-bedroom apartment with one bathroom for $4,200, you know? And we chased them from out of the projects, because see, people got to remember the projects was made for the immigrants that went off to war, and when they came back home, this is where a lot of them went to. You know, Brownsville, East New York, all that shit was full of John Gotti and all of them dudes growing up. Matter of fact, them dudes, that was the 5 dudes that killed Michael Griffith out there in Cross Bay, because like I said, we right there with each other. The young dude, John Lester, I used to be pulling up on him with the Maxima playing Public Enemy and shit. He want to know the tape, but later on, he went and got involved with killing a black man, where this is a dude that I see off and on when I go to the diner, park our cars and everything. So once again, It got a lot to do with environment. And the first thing that we got to start to do is we got to start to hold them responsible. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the old cats done got so fucking scared, excuse me, of these individuals that's out there that they willing to allow to do anything without saying, you know, it's right or wrong. Oh, well, I'm just going to keep walking and mind my business. It wasn't no such thing when we was growing up. If you was younger than me and you did some shit out of order, I'm going to pull your coat and I'm going to let you know, yo, man, you can't, you just can't do that. That can't go down right here. That's not a part of the rules. But now that we have no rules on anywhere that we go, and like the brother said, from LA, we all been influenced by each other. When I listen to music, when Ice Cube, Snoop, NWA, and all them came out, you know, I was with them. The same way, shout out to my man Trex that I know personally. You know what I'm saying? When everybody came out with their different versions, you know, that made hip hop what it is now today, which is $1 billion industry, you know what I'm saying? That was all influence. You can't take nothing away from nobody. You got soft niggas in New York, you got soft niggas in LA, you got soft niggas down south, but real recognize real, and this is why I done been all over. You know what I'm saying? And never
Hey,
ran in
can
this
I chime
problem.
in? Can I chime in on that? Can I chime in on that?
Right.
Well, just kind of piggybacking on what you saying, like hip hop connected everybody. Like, okay, of course, New York, you was the founders of it, but what I'm saying was y'all connected the rest of the country with New York life. You get what I'm saying? Y'all talked about, like, you know, you put it so poetically. And you know, the part that I think everybody lose sight of, like, these cats was kids. Like a lot of the pantheon of rappers, when they first started putting their product out, these dudes were 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. And some cats didn't even graduate high school, but look at how they was able to put them bars together like that, right? It mesmerized the rest of the country. You get what I'm saying? So then when everybody else got it, you know, and they started telling you, like, NWA, it's not like, okay, like, let's take the fact that Q wasn't a gangster, none of that, but he was rapping about what was actually going on. He was rapping about West Coast life. Cats was out there on the corners, on them blocks, doing what was happening. Just because Q personally wasn't doing it, that don't mean it wasn't happening. When it got down south and you heard they flavor and how they do it in the southern streets, it was like, wow, you get what I'm saying? So, you know, again, it connected us all, you know, so it's like, we shouldn't have never let the powers that be separate us, because then all of us, well, look, we started it. Well, this is it now, bro. It all connected us all, bro.
Hold on. And what
Connected
you
the
saying?
whole
Hold up. And
country
you
with
saying
each
that's
other.
real. And you saying that's real, right? Because I remember back in the day when I used to go down south, I used to go Midwest, I used to go to the West Coast. All until right before that Biggie and Tupac thing happened, everybody had love for each other.
You get what I'm saying? You see,
right
this
about that.
is what I'm talking about, bro. It connected everybody. You remember when Cube left NWA? You know what I'm saying? He went to New York, right? He hooked up with the Bomb Squad, right? Then he came back and dropped. Was it America's Most Wanted? It was America's Most Wanted, right?
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? Like, everybody was connected. Everybody got their influence. You get what I'm saying, from somebody. It don't matter where. You get what I'm saying? That's why we having this argument now. People looking at us crazy now. We argue about everything. Then Fat Joe say what he said. Now we standing on it, but it shouldn't have took something like this, for us to stand on it. Another thing, this is just my opinion, is this certain mindset, bro. And say like if a dude out the black community, if he from your neighborhood and he graduated top of his class from Harvard, he don't get the same praise from the neighborhood as a nigga who did 20 years because he did some psycho shit 20 years ago.
Right,
You get what I'm saying? Like we don't glorify, like we don't uplift the best of our community unless he a basketball player, you know,
Football
athletics or
player,
something
a
like that.
rapper,
But
movie star.
yeah, but it'd be a lot of smart people, like a lot of smart young people that, you know, we kind of should put kind of that kind of energy behind them, because guess what? Once they get it out the mud and you know they making their money and they doing their thing, they don't want to be around us because
Yeah. Let me ask y'all brothers a question. Do y'all know who invented the game stations like the Ataris and stuff like that? The first person invented?
No, sir. I
The
don't.
first person that invented the gaming system was a black man before even Atari came out.
Yep.
Right, but see, we don't know that, but we wouldn't care anyway because guess what? He wasn't hood enough. I mean, really look at it. Everybody,
hold up. You know
how
the
we
first
all got hood
person?
sports.
Listen, hold up. You know the first person that invented a cell phone was?
No, don't.
A black man.
And a GPS.
But you got to do stories on that, boy.
A black woman invented the GPS.
Yo,
But you got to do stories on that, boy.
I know.
Do
I know.
stories on
Listen, I know the sister that wrote the Matrix.
Hold up. Yo, Big E, come in and come back out. You echoing like crazy, bro.
It might be your headphones, Big A.
All right. Y'all good? All right. Now, what you was saying, bro?
Yeah, I know the chick that wrote the script for the Matrix, right? She's doing interviews like all over the place. I might be able to connect her with you if you want to meet her and stuff.
Oh yeah, I love to meet her, bro.
Yeah, next time I join your panel, I'll have a
hold on. Yo, the black chat, the back chat right here. Hold up. Put my math put your math in the back chat, man. Private chat, and I put mine in there. We gonna connect. Yeah, we can connect like that. So, like I'm saying, it's a lot of people not understanding that a lot of these inventions that white people are taking the credit for was black inventions.
That's right. The heart transplant, the lights, the shoes, all those things that they don't want to teach no more in school, you know, is the things that we lacking. And if those individuals don't know that we have done practically every great thing, and I want all you brothers that's on this site, when y'all get a chance, watch this joint. It's called The Great Pyramids K, 2019. It was done by a dude from France. It took him 6 years to put it together. And he proved that theory about how you could get on the Atlantic Ocean from Africa with no guide, no nothing, and it'll take you straight to South America. Where was the pyramids built after they left from out of Egypt or whatever? They went to South America. Everything that's monumental in this world, we have contributed to it. We have been the foundation of it. And this is why right now it's such a big thing over this hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that we invent, they try and find a way to come along and steal it, you know? And Lord Jamar, that's my man like that. And I'm glad that individual is standing up, whatever way it bring us together under whatever banner, besides some nonsense and some death and destruction, you know, that's what we should all be looking to contribute to. So a lot of times we don't come together when things is easy going and all that. When shit get hard and everything else, then we have no choice but to pull together, because we all are feeling the same effects. And what we talking about right now, right here, is the effects. And we bought it with Wack, you know what I'm saying, and what took place. But this is the mentality that grow out of that. And like the brother said earlier, this man is in his 40s. You in your 40s, you getting a lot of money, and the brother that's from out there on a daily basis and moving around, he's not gonna come into those type of communities with those type of individuals because he's on the same perspective. And I'm not knocking no man that's out here trying to get money and make sure that his family live a better life. But at the end of the day, when niggas gonna stop selling their soul, you know what I'm saying, just to achieve all of the materialistic things. We see where Puffy, we see what's going on with Jay, and look at it. When you hear my man D Haven talk, you know, about how he raised Jay-Z and all that. How many times do we forget the people that pulled us up and was there by, you know, our wayside doing all of these turmoil? How many times all these cats that get out here and talk about how tough they is, you know, and I got individuals I grew up with that I never thought that would turn around and, you know, tell the feds everything and even tell things on people that ain't got nothing to do with shit. But this is the reality. This is the world that we living in, where niggas could go and could tell and give a man 100 years in prison and come out and pop wheelies and make more money on YouTube and social media and within 1 month than you know, we could think about forever. So we're in this climate right now. And if we can't change this climate, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna go further and further because, like they saying right now, it is no rules in the streets, and that's the sad part. There's no rules.
War is war, though. That is what it is.
And like I said, yo, we about to end this on a positive note. So I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna say something, man. Everybody that's still feeding to Wack 100's propaganda and the nigga Luce Cannon propaganda, y'all the problem now. It's not them. It's not them. They're not the problem no more. It's y'all who follow behind them on Clubhouse, on the 100 side, on YouTube, and all that. It's y'all. It's older guys that act like Wack 100 is such a stand-up individual that make it the problem. I'm talking about guys older than me. Rest in peace to my brother K Slay. Peace to the God. But if it wasn't for K Slay, Wack wouldn't be who he is right now.
My man. Yeah.
If it wasn't, I'm gonna keep it real. If it wasn't for Spider Lope, Most Easty, Wack wouldn't be who he is right now because Spider Lope introduced Wack 100 to the game to get him that bag. And if it wasn't for what's the old boy name? The one that just got beat up, part stuff. I can't remember his name right now. It slipped my mind.
Jay Reed.
Jay Reed. If it wasn't for Jay Reed, Luce Cannon wouldn't be where he at right now because Jay Reed had him as a pup in the penal system. He protected him. I know he protected him, man. So what I'm saying is, if you call yourself my brother and we all call each other brothers, never bite my hand, never bite back me, never try to line me up because I'm not Jay Reed. And the way they did Jay Reed, they would have did me like that, bro. I would have kissed my wife goodbye, kissed my mother goodbye, love you, you know what I'm saying? Let my kids know you won't see daddy for a while unless you come to visit me in prison. Because I would have did something vicious to them, bro.
Boy, you better sue them and get that $1 million they're going after them suckers like that. For real.
Hey,
That's
you
the
know
real,
what? Let me
that's
ask
the
y'all
real
something.
part of the game.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all something though. But let me ask y'all something. Look at like you heard what Bourne said. I'm positive every man on this panel and even in the chat feels the same way. But it's like, dude, what choice do you give that man doing that man like that? You get what I'm saying? Like, it is way too many people you just heard born that ain't finna let that ride. Now, if you're a real one, you can't even blame that man, bro. We live in a society pretty much what my man God was saying. You know what I mean? Nobody has morals or values no more. You get what I'm saying? Like there, I mean, there's no more. It seems like there's people will stoop as low as they need to for Right now, it just seems like clicks and views. You get what I'm saying? I mean, like real talk, bro. We seem like that's the society that we live in when you look at some of the things people will do to get a bag. It's even worse when, like you said, you got 40 and 50-year-old men out here carrying on like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, this kind of stuff sets us back. And to me, you're not going to be tough. I'm never going to think you tough if you scared to go where them dudes that's on that type of time is at. If you not down to go there, be in them churches where them dudes that's about that, where they at, dude, I don't want to hear how tough you are, bro, because doing what you did don't prove nothing. And again, if that was anybody on this panel,
yo, you know what, Biggie?
Anybody in this chat.
Watch this, Biggie.
Look, let me say this real quick. If that would have been anybody else in this chat or on this panel that did exactly what them niggas did, we would be looking at 6, 7, 8 different charges, and they would have already had warrants out for all of our arrests, probably that night. That's a fact.
Yo,
fact.
We got my boy Street Media TV in the building. We got another Philly dude, Street Media TV, George Macon. Salute.
What's going on, y'all?
Yo, real shit, y'all.
Hey,
you wouldn't have got that off on no block over here. Like niggas in high school would have handled that. I'm like, grown men in Philly, niggas like teenagers would have killed that immediately.
Yeah. Yo, Street Media TV just came in. You about to end. I want to let him say something before we end it. Yo, Street Media TV, what you think about that situation?
George, what up, George? What's good, George?
I'll put it this way. Everybody that's on the panel that's at least 45 and over. When we were growing up, we was terrified of the cameras. Everybody sidestepped the cameras, went out of their way to. If you got locked up and the police said we got camera footage, you damn near died. Nowadays, because of social media, everybody runs to the camera. So they just reversed and everything. We live in the world we live in today. When you deal with them two knuckleheads, these are grown men that come from the era we come from. They know better. So what they are is camera whores. This guy, every time I turn around, he got some paperwork on somebody trying to expose. Like you like a 50-year-old man trying to expose niggas that did shit 30 years ago. Like it's just we just live in a time where like Biggie said, there's no more morals, anything go, and it gets to a point where even dudes my generation that stood on principle sit back and allow this stuff to happen. We don't shame the behavior. So I look at it from the perspective, him and Luce Cannon ain't the problem. The problem is us, because black folks don't shame the behavior. They behave that way because they believe it's okay for them to do it. There's no shame to it. Nobody gonna say, hey, dig this head, Playboy, you like 50.
Happy New Year.
Get out of here with that old paperwork. We don't care nothing about that. Like me, I'm at 49. If somebody brought me some paperwork or some nigga that snitched in 94, you think I give a damn? I'm not on the block no more. I don't care nothing about that. And my mindset ain't even the same. But these niggas can get away with that because a lot of dudes' minds are still in the gutter. We live in a time now where just think of this, y'all. You got real old school official dudes nowadays with YouTube channels telling stories about what they did in the past and not caring about how many people got hurt by them stories. Hold
up. Let me tell you something real quick. I'm gonna cut you off. We got them real old school official dudes that are rats like Brian Glaze Gibbs that got channels telling stories and lying to these people, man.
That too, but just think of this, right? Just think of this. But just think of this, y'all. I don't talk about. I got my channels, but I don't talk about none of my. I tell stories, but I'm real careful. I don't talk about really none of the street stuff because there's a lot of people that there's a lot of families, a lot of people. My family got hurt. There's people that got hurt. So I'm real careful about things that I say online, or things that happen. Some of them guys got grown kids now, but we live in a time now where you got OG rat face and OG such and such running his mouth online. These dudes like 50. Why y'all talking? Back in the day, you weren't supposed to do no talking. You got mob dudes got channels. So
listen to me, dog. Listen, back in the day, right? There was a handful of corny niggas. Let me take you in the time machine real quick. Remember when niggas was taking dollar pictures in the arcade, flashing all their money with their face in the picture and posting it up in the clothing stores and in the poppy store window?
Yeah.
They was doing corny shit like that back in the day. It was a thing. Like this kind of nigga has always been present. You know what I'm saying?
But see, I wasn't.
Now it's everybody almost.
Yeah, but see, for me, the point I was making was I agree with that because we took pictures. But real quick, because I want to speak to what he just said because he made a point. We took pictures when we went out and stuff like that. The problem I'm talking about now is guys glorifying their crimes. Like we gangsters, like my OGs, my big bro and them that's about to come home. Man, he ain't talking. Man, I'm invisible. My brother used to tell me, you know what we doing is illegal, right? Act like it. When I bought my car, that's what he told me. Act like it. So nowadays, like when I see old Crips and these old guys from New York and Philly coming home with channels, how y'all talking when y'all raised us not to say nothing? Well, in Philly, to tell your story is snitching. That's why you don't have a lot of kingpins for Philly on TV or with the channels, because to tell your story is snitching.
You know what, yo? When I was watching, when all this Don Diva magazine and Feds magazine, all that shit came out when I was locked up. Then when I got out, they had this shit called American Gangster, right? I was looking at that like, damn, why is all these people so willing to come on these DVDs and tell all the shit about all these people? Now the whole world knows all these people business. That shit was snitching to me, yo. Even though all of that shit was over with, like still, you putting it out there. What the fuck is that all about? I never understood that. And everybody latched on to it.
Well, how I look at it is it's a statute of limitation or everything. If you was convicted for it and you went to trial, if you're gonna put it out, that's up to you. It been stemmed. If we gonna talk about the black community, we gotta think about before the black community when they had movies like John Gotti and they was glorifying people like Al Capone and all them way before any of these guys was rolling. From my era, I remember being a young boy in the streets, in the trap, in the mixes, and they had DVDs out like Game Over when they was talking about the Alpo and Rich Porter and them story. And even if we're going to talk about
JBM got a documentary.
Exactly. So I think that it went to the point where I'm not saying none of that is a green light, but what I'm saying is it was a lot of people that might have did 30 years, whether they was a brick player or whatever the situation is. But now you look at it now, it's like these people was talking about active stuff that's going on.
That's a fact.
I'm talking about like they talking about like if you look at these bloggers on
YouTube,
like,
yo, that nigga was wild, stupid ass.
Yeah. But then also if you talk about Arab, you look at the shock value of people that was like Pac and stuff like that. It was all the same stuff. Pac did it. Gucci Man did it. A lot of people did it on different levels where they spoke about active things. Like I hear a lot of people saluting Gucci Man, but nobody talked about Gucci Man was on interviews talking about Jeezy came and sent people to my crib to kill me, and I ended up rocking one of his folks that sent over there and did it in the verses. So the whole thing was like the law of attraction, and that's what the algorithm. That's what the algorithm pushed. That's
all the niggas were snitches, man. All that shit.
Exactly, and that's what the algorithm pushed on YouTube. No different than when Tupac was talking about Jimmy Henchman and all of them guys from New York and saying that
all of that was
Biggie did it. Exactly.
It was all. I was unpopular for that, but I've been called Pac a rat. Where I come from, that's a rat. That's a rat, regardless of what you want to say, or if you want to be a fan. Because if Pac was John Pac from 16th Street, and he was talking like that on records, niggas would call him a rat.
Or him a DM on Instagram.
Hey, gentlemen, Born, I gotta hit the corner, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the gentleman on the panel, the chat. Let me just say one thing. Teach your kids and the people around you morals and values now. I mean, people will tell you how to get a bag, but they don't teach you that all money ain't good money like that no more. Teach your kids, like this, the next generation, at least teach them some kind of morals, give them a moral code to live by. You know what I mean? And we might start to improve things, y'all. So I'm going to land with that. Salute to y'all. Be careful. I hope y'all new year is very, very prosperous.
Thank you, my brother.
Much
Thank
love and
you.
respect, Big E. You know how we carry it.
Yo, we got all right. Yo, everybody, we about
Let me
to
say
shut
this
it
last.
down.
Yeah.
What I say?
Oh,
What you got to
let me
say?
say. Let me just say this last. Oh, can you hear me? I
Y'all
think
can
I'm
hear.
breaking up. Yeah, I'll just say this last part. For a lot of you YouTubers that might be watching, man. The reason why I brought up I said what I said. Be careful, man, when you're talking about stuff online, because like especially like guys our age that come up in Newark, Philly, New York, man. Back in the day when New York was averaging 2,000 homicides a year, Newark like when we start talking about things of the past, there's a lot of families. There's been a lot of devastation of things and PTS things of things that we survived. So when you telling your stories, you reliving, you bringing up old memories of families and destruction of people, man. That some things should be left quiet and better not said. Everything don't need to be said. What happens is they got the algorithm where you can make money on YouTube now, and these OGs came out of jail and they seeing how much money these young guys is making. So now what they're doing is they doing what Alpo did. They telling stories about where they dropped the bodies off and all that kind of stuff. But y'all don't have emotions today. Y'all don't realize how painful that is to family members. Who family members was killed, whose sons or daughters was killed. A lot of us was involved in a lot of fuck shit back in the day that we embarrassed by, that we don't want to. That's what Tut said when he came home on the thing. He was like, I don't want to talk about a lot of that stuff. So what I'm saying is they done made it fashionable for us to do that kind of thing and make money, but we don't care about all the family members who was affected by that stuff, man. So and that's why dudes like Wacking them can get away with that shit. At some point, it got to be some type of moral thing, man. Be grateful, man. The Most High allowed you to survive certain shit. Some things don't need to be said or talked about.
I know like on my platform, for instance, I do like mini bios on people that's not here no longer and stuff like that. But I feel like, one of the biggest issues is if our household's not uptight, bro, we can't come crying, bro. If you whether you a double household parent or you a single mother, you know when your kid is shifting over. If you let him go out there to them woods, if you're not flipping his room and making sure he ain't got no ranches in there, if you're not trying to get him, for instance, bro, if you living in the middle of North Philly, bro, if you a single mother living in the middle of North, you can't expect your kid to have a 99% average of being out the way. They're going to step out on them steps. So it stems from the household. If our household's not up intact and all of that, and your kid go out there and they be a demon and they get their head blown off, or they get 300 years when they out there living that street life, bro, that's what was signed up for. So at the end of the day, me myself, like I said, I cover certain stuff, but I grew up as a real tragic life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I lost immediate family members, not no homies and all that, is regulars and all that. I'm talking about immediate, same household, raised up in where we had to go to Eastern Caskets down Huntington Park and go pick out caskets.
Your sister too, bro. Rest in peace to your
I
sister.
appreciate you. My sister got stabbed 60 plus times. Heart almost cut out her chest, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like we gotta look at where what we come from, and it stems with the household. So all, like, for instance, a lot of these parents be trying to be their kids' friends, and they be knowing what's going on. It's cool. It's no different than the young boy YBC dude that just got his life taken. The young boy that took his life, the young boy mom gave him the burner to go do that and approved him to go do that.
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. He locked up too.
Exactly. So a lot of stuff that's going on could be diffused or stopped. It stems from the household first and foremost. We know what's going on in this hood. I didn't serve plenty of my homies' moms hard with my homies, vice versa. Like, so we got to clean up our households first and foremost, because when all this stuff is getting out of hand in the hood, it come from us. The white man did a systematical situation, but now it's on us. It ain't no white man's coming through the middle of nowhere in Philly telling us, hey, y'all go sell this, y'all go do this. People should be more on point nowadays, because even if you look at the Chicago wave, the whatever wave, and wherever in the world, it's us that's letting this stuff roll. Me and my wife be on our kids' tops, bro. And we made sure we got out of where we come from. And I made sure that I switched my circle up. Yeah, I still got my brothers that I grew up with, but it mainly be phone calls. And I'm not even pulling up to your crib if
Stay
you're not
away
on.
from them niggas. Stay away from all
Exactly.
them niggas. Stay away.
Exactly. So a lot of times it's like the finesse 2 time situation where they was making a big deal with him and the young boy King. I know a lot of people, parents that's on that type time, they passing L's to their kids. They you know what I'm saying, they telling their kids, oh, I'd rather visit you in jail than visit you in the cemetery. How about I'd rather get you out of here and come visit you on your college campus, at your, I'm talking about at your apartment. So I feel like, as a community, we need to tighten up in our households first. If our households ain't tightened up, we can't go out and save the community, bro. It's young boys from my hood that know how I was moving. And it was a situation like 3 years ago where it was a situation with some young boys over one of my young boys. And I'm talking to my youngin', he like, Twiz, you ain't been out here in a minute. And then he was also talking about stories, how it was when I was out there, but it just changed. It's a disconnect. So if these people, these parents and all that, not tightening up and trying to get out of these hoods, because the first thing you do when you talk to somebody from our community, what's the first thing we say? Oh, I'm from here. I'm from this. I was raised from this in my era. So that becomes a plant. It becomes a plant. If you from 23rd and Diamond, in the 50s, these young boys that's from 23rd and Diamond in 2025, they going to try to hold that on their shoulder. Nigga, I'm from 23rd and Diamond. I'm from Blumberg. I'm from here. I'm from there. So they carry that with an S on their chest. We need to break all of that down. We need to, we need to just, we see the gentrification and all that going on and all that. Like, we need to tighten up our households first and foremost.
Hey, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna jump off. Hey, King.
What's good?
Hey, you from Newark, man? You from the 80s?
I'm from Elizabeth. I'm from Elizabeth, North.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Hey, you ever sat in a murder trial before? Like in court, like in court.
Yeah. I went to one of my boys.
Yeah, so you seen a verdict before, right? A verdict, and you seen a split on both sides. The family members on one side of the winner and the losers, right?
Yeah, true.
Now, I sat in there 3 different times, and the reason why I make the statements that I make, because a lot of people never sat in a murder trial before. They never seen a devastated family when a guy beat a case or when a guy get found guilty. We don't see. Everybody always say, "Well, free Roro." Well, Roro got like 12 bodies. What about some of the victims' moms and family members? Like, we got to start shaming, and people behave the way they behave because we're desensitized to shit. I tell people, you ever sat in a murder trial and you see these family members, you'll be really thinking about some of the things that you put online and things that you say and stuff like that, man. And that's why, like I said, a lot for me at my age at 49, I just took my son to a wrestling tournament. I come back like I'm like a regular dad, barbecues and ball games and shit. But you see me 25 years ago, I was in that life. But I'm ashamed of that stuff. I can think back about, I seen mothers crying. And I've seen family members distraught with things that I might have been connected to in courtrooms, in and out of courtrooms. So no, like we gotta be more sensitive to the things to our communities, man. Because I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this. This is real talk. If y'all think black people really hate white people, no, black people hate black people, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. What do you say? I was in a speaking engagement last year and I was talking. And while I was talking in front of 125 people. This woman stood up, and what I didn't know at the time was 3 of her sons was murdered in North Philly. And she wasn't trying to hear that shit I was talking. 3 of her sons got killed by black people. She hate black men. She don't hate the white man. She don't know the system. When these black boys growing up in Philly, they don't grow up around white people. They grow up around killing each other. They ops is a black person. So we got to learn to be more sensitive to each other's plight and where we come from.
Let me ask you a question. Let me say something about that. I understand what you. Let me say something about that though. Hold on, mute your mic.
Okay.
I'm gonna say something about that. All these mothers crying about my baby didn't deserve this, my baby didn't deserve that. You should have kept your baby in the house when he was out there terrorizing people.
Exactly.
People. I don't want to hear all that cry. I don't care about the mothers crying because I lost loved ones.
Exactly.
Yo, you should have kept your ass in the house. You should have kept your son in the house.
But let me respond to that though. But see, that's not the point, right? Understand where I'm going, because this is the thing. We got chaos on both sides, whether it's the boy or whether it's the boy that got killed or the boy that did the killing. So you got the point I'm making is we are so desensitized and normalized crime and murder that we don't even see the other side. We don't care. Everything is like we glorify the gangster life or the gangster side because we don't see the aftermath. Like you said, you got a family member that was killed, and that brings PTSD. That draws trauma. And sometimes we get a certain age, we know our moms can't keep us in the house. We don't listen no more after 15. I'm in the street. You can't control me. So what I'm saying is you're right. Two things can be right at the same time. You're right. But the angle that I'm coming from is we got to understand a lot of things that we think decent or we're promoting. We got to understand that there's a flip side to that. There's a family that's devastated by that. And it could be you tomorrow. It could be me tomorrow. And I think that if we start being more non-desensitized towards certain things, people like Wack 100 and them wouldn't exist. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think, and I see exactly what you're saying, street media. I just feel like, for me personally, when it come to, just like Jersey was saying, just like Bourne was saying, at the end of the day, it's like, it's a difference between somebody, being caught on the other side than somebody being caught on the other side in the innocent way. Like, I feel for the innocent kids that's out there riding their bikes. I feel innocent for the grandmom that might have been getting out, or even the kid that didn't have nothing to do with it. But you got situations out here where these young boys be out here and they be doing certain stuff, whether you burnt somebody for some work, whatever the situation is, and you step foot in them doggone streets, and your mom or whoever was telling you to stay out those doggone streets, and then you catch the rough end of the stick. My whole thing is this: that's our job as parents. For us, that's parents. You have to be on your kids' top. You got to be on your kids' top, bro.
A lot of these parents are taking money from little drug dealing, rug rats.
They are, and listen. It's plenty of times, bro. My mom didn't allow my homies and stuff like that to come chill at the crib and all that, let alone hook in. But I had homies that certain parents and stuff would let us be over there. We over there 12 deep. We hook in. They know we strapped up. They know we trapping and all of that. So when, for instance, it was a situation where it's a homie from back my end, man, back chewing Lucas. And, his mom got like 5 sons. And she knew exactly what was going on. She was one of those cool moms that'd come up there and be talking heavy on the block while we out there and all of that. One of our homies that we grew up with, he had one of the old heads from around my way, some bread. And he had a ratchet, and he was trying to sell the ratchet to all of us. One of the guys that he tried to sell the ratchet to, his name was Dre. Dre was getting money out there, and Dre didn't want to buy the ratchet off of him. He blew Dre's head off, and we all grew up together. At the end of the day, we all grew up together. So when his head got blown off, everybody was out there crying. The parents out there, oh, this and that. You did this to my son and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Now it's out there, and this was probably around 2004. Now everybody talking about it and this and that, but you knew at the end of the day.
See, I agree with that part.
You know what I'm talking about? But,
I agree with that. That wasn't the argument I was making, though. The argument I was making, I come from that. I agree with what you and Bourne are saying. Y'all missed the point of what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say was that all that's real. All that's 100% real. I'm 100% on board. The problem that I got today is when we committed crimes, we didn't broadcast and brag about it. We didn't talk about it. The problem I got now is we've normalized in a society now talking about what we did. When you see Luce Cannon make that video about what we did back in the day, niggas would have been like, niggas, you stupid. Nowadays, that's like the norm because we desensitized towards certain things. Everything don't need to be talked about. Some things need to be, yo, nigga, shut the fuck up, man. Like, what are you talking about? And like, we never dissed the dead. Once he was dead, he was dead. We didn't diss no dead.
Yeah,
but we've allowed and normalized this shit. So what I'm saying, the part you guys saying is true. What I'm saying is the gangster shit that went on in the street stayed in the street. We didn't come online and start saying, yeah, I remember when I killed Frog, and then I'm like, well, goddamn, nigga, you know, Frog's son is like 23. You know, he work at the bank now. Like, why are you talking about that shit? What are you talking about? Shut up. Like, that's the shit we glorify now, and we create the Wack 100s and all these type of dudes because we live in the world now where when we was growing up, we didn't, once it was done, it was done. We didn't get into all that. We might have said little shit on the block amongst ourselves, but we didn't make channels and doing like that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Could I say
the thing is,
could I say something before your brothers get on?
Let me just say one thing real quick for you, Land God. I just want to say also we gotta remember it wasn't that ever back then, no street media TV. It's a whole different era now where these young boys is growing up in the internet and they see that they can profit and monetize off of it. It's no different than if we all on the block and we trapping, we all in one hood. It's no internet or nothing. If a person play with me, what am I supposed to do? I make an example out of him, whether I knock his face off or whatever the situation is to prove a point. Now they taking those same type of, you know, that same type of situation to the internet. Now instead of proving in your hood that you ain't sweet, whether it's fighting or whether you picking your pistol up, now it's the internet now. Because on top of that, people is trying to prove that they tough, and then they monetizing it, and the algorithm pushes that. Like you spoke before, Street Media TV. You said you speak on, you know, certain situations, but it's like they wasn't trying to push your views out. But when you talk about certain topics, they push it out. They push that type stuff, and that's why these young boys is out here from our city in particular that can say drill stuff where they might not be the most lyrically talented, but they talking about real drama and stuff
because
they
if you
did
kill
to people,
somebody's
and the
son,
algorithm pushed that.
Let the OG guy in the streets.
Oh yeah, my bad.
All right. It definitely was a pleasure with y'all brothers up here tonight, and everybody definitely had some positive influence to put into this because of our experiences. So the social media is a gift and it's a curse at the same time, because even when I got started with it, that's why I call it God, Gangster, and Gentleman, my channel. God for me being a 5%er and growing up the way that I grew up in the knowledge. Gangster for when we got out there with, you know, handling the drug game and doing everything else. And the gentleman part was, like I said, when I decided to leave and go down to college, where I could learn more about myself and the history. Our problem mainly in the community, and I can say this because all my sons that I raised, none of them went to jail, none of them is a part of gangs, none of them is no dope fiends. But the most important part is definitely teaching them about penal law and the consequences that they got to pay. Like it's always about making the wrong choice. A lot of them don't see those choices because they done put in their mind, and I'm quite sure plenty of us that's up here on the panel that we got homeboys that we grew up with that you knew that he wasn't going to live past 21 years old or this or that because of the way that he was moving, you know? And until we could get them to realize that, yo, it ain't nothing new underneath the sun. We guaranteeing you that if you live this life the way that you living it right now, that you're going to go to jail or you're going to end up dead. So we got to use these platforms because, like I said, it's not going to never, the 70s ain't going to never reoccur for me as far as the knowledge is concerned. But I know that through telling certain stories to them, that it's got to have, you know, some substance. What's the point of reiterating these old experiences that we went through so that you won't have to experience it? Experience is not always the best teacher. If I tell you, yo, you get ready to go down this corner doing 90 miles an hour, boy, you're going to run into a brick wall, then you got to know that I'm telling you this because I know around the corner there's a dead end. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the youth right now, they not listening, you know, based upon they got youthism, and then a lot of them is not listening because they not even getting a chance to reach 40 years old. They not getting a chance to make the transition that all of us have made and realize how important life is, and especially how important life is when you're responsible for other people's lives. So they, you know, they just in it and they going with the flow. And as they go with the flow, the powers that be, they sit back and they laugh because it was a time that when we was dealing with conscious rap and everything else, yeah, the gangster rap came along and people was talking about more what they was affiliated and what they seen out of their neighborhoods. But now we got a whole new thing where drill music is not even based upon, like the brother said, your rap lyrics, your style, or whatever. It's based upon that I said that I'm gonna catch you as an op, I'm gonna blow your head off, and then now I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna smoke some weed and say I'm smoking the weed of the person that I killed. So it's still the same situation because the powers that be, they allow it. And the only reason that they allow it, because we know, like they always say, music calms the savage beast. But then we know the other side to it, where music can enhance the savage in the beast. So if we got all these young individuals around, like y'all covered so many areas, the synthetic drugs, and it's not even just the young males, it's the young females. Look at how Sexy Red or whatever could talk about her booty hole is brown and this, that, and the third. And you'll see when Halloween come or whatever, you got individuals that dressing up their young daughters, putting them, you know, in these costumes, representing this type of mentality. It's all about the mindset. None of this is physical. It's only physical when we allow it to be physical. So just like they said, and I know y'all all heard about the Willie Lynch, whether it's true or it's not true, you know what I'm saying? He said, don't worry, the way you keep him a slave forever is to remove the shackles off of him physically, but we're going to place the shackles on him mentally, and he'll be a slave forever. They done made the schools now, regardless of how we was growing up. If you had to get left back, you got left back. They passed laws where no child left behind. So now you got somebody in the 12th grade that really technically can only read like a person that's in the 6th grade. So a person without no understanding and don't have the ability to comprehend right from wrong, even when you telling it to them, is a sad situation. So what I would say as to it is, right, is that we still got a job. And the reason why I decided to get up on the YouTube is because I know that maybe these messages and these experiences that I got, that, you know what I'm saying, I could deliver that just like y'all could deliver that, because I'm never going to be the old that's closed-minded to talking about what happened in the past, because it's the past and the present which makes our future. So we all need each other. And like I said, tonight I really enjoyed myself being up here with your brothers, and me
Facts,
and
we
Born is
appreciate
gonna
you.
do our
And
thing,
and
and
and I gotta say real
y'all
quick,
can add on.
and I gotta say real quick, salute the Cross, man. We got Cross in the building, man. The Plug Podcast. Make sure y'all sub the Cross, King of New Jersey, Street Media TV. God, let the people know, God. You know, do you have a platform? That's what I
Yeah,
was wanting to ask you, God.
that's my platform. It's called Gods in Them Streets. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm representing, you know, the reality of, from, like I said, back in that time where we all had knowledge and everything else, and how we left the gangs, and it's just like the book said, right? We went from niggas to being guards, and now we went back from guards to being niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that element has got to be placed back in there where people is thinking about using their mind. They thinking about every step of the way, because every time you walk out your door, no matter what your mama may be, you can have the best mother, the best father with all the upbringings. But if you walk out your door and now your environment is a jungle, then you're gonna adapt to that. And I seen some of the individuals that was grown.
Got myself.
Yeah.
Yo, we're gonna do another show tomorrow. I'm gonna cut your wisdom off short, but the wife kind of rushed me, so you got
Right, I understand, but like I said, man, I appreciate all y'all brothers, man. And as long as y'all keep adding on the way that y'all add on today, you know, tonight, we definitely will bring about a change, man.
Indeed. Peace to you,
All
guys.
right. Peace.
SC Twist, the Hood Blogger, salute, bro. I'm gonna give you
Much
a call.
love and respect, boy. Okay,
Yo,
cool.
this is Kick New Jersey. It's BTBTV with the Hood Blogger and God in them streets. The God born. Yo, we out of here, man. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Whoever gonna be up here, gonna come up here tomorrow. We're gonna do another one. So peace.